Hello, good evening. It's Friday. This is over and over and over again. My name is Richard and this is Matchday Live. Of course, it should be the Arsenal Women's Show, but there's a match on instead, of course, against Brighton at the Emirates. The Women's Show was, of course, last night. So if you missed it, do catch up because it was a good show. So we're coming up tonight then is Arsenal versus Brighton live from the Emirates. This is over and over and over again. So, as I say, it's Matchday Live, Arsenal versus Brighton from the Emirates Stadium, WSL. Of course, it's a big game, isn't it? Brighton, what a start to the season. They've made their best ever start to a WSL season. They are currently in third place. Arsenal down in fifth. Need a good result here tonight. Even a win would still keep Brighton ahead of us. That's how far away they are. They're 4 points above us in actual fact. But of course, before any game, the most exciting part of it all is, of course, the team lineup. So this is how Arsenal line up then tonight. In goal, Manu Zinsberger is back. Her first start since the Bayern Munich game. The back four, Emily Fox, Leah Williamson, Steph Catley, Katie McCabe. So the same as the Manchester United game. In midfield, Kim Little, Leah Volti and Frida Marnham comes back in the number 10 position. And the front three, Beth Mead starts alongside Alessia Russo and Caitlin Fold. Interesting stuff. On the bench then, Daphne Van Domselaar, Lotta Wubben-Moy, Leia Cadena, Casey Reed, Kyra Cooney-Cross, Katharina Kuhl, Rosa Kafaji, Lena Hurtig, and Stina Black-Stenius. No Mariona Caldente in the squad. Not sure why. If anybody knows, please drop a comment in. I've not heard anything yesterday. We saw the press conference and she said no injuries. Anyway, for Brighton and in goal it is Sophie Bagali. They look like they've got a back three. Maria Torres Dottir, Guro Bergsvand and Jocelyn Carabaldi. Then across the midfield, Poppy Patterson, Vicky Lasada, Maisie Simons and Madison Haley. And then in their attack it is Nikita Paris, former Arsenal player, of course, Kiki Saker and Fran Kirby. Wow, what a strong Brighton side that is. On the bench then for Brighton, it is goalkeepers Hannah Poulter and Melina Loic. They've also got Marissa Olisagers. They've got Rachel McLaughlin, Bex Rayner, Wilhelmina Bruneria and Aisha Misaku. So that's your lineup. So what we make of that Arsenal team? Manu Zinsberger in goal is quite interesting, isn't it? She hasn't played since that Bayern Munich disaster a month or so ago. Daphne's done well. Is it a rotation? Obviously, Champions League coming up in midweek. Not sure. I'm still not quite sure what Steph Catley's doing playing centre-back. We've got three centre-backs on the bench, actual natural centre-backs. Lotta Wubben-Moy, Leia Cadena and Katie Reed. Okay, Lotta's just back from injury, maybe not ready to start. Leia Cadena, why is she not playing? Katie Reed, give her a chance. I just don't see why Steph Catley is having to play centre-back when she's not a natural centre-back. Yes, she has the left foot to open a play up, but, you know, if you don't actually buy a left-footed centre-back, then you've got that problem, haven't you? So I don't understand it. Again, we've got Kim Little and Leah Volti as the double pivot at home, which we spoke about this last night, didn't we? We said, no, we don't want to keep doing that. We don't need to keep doing it. And we're doing it again. I'm not sure this manager isn't really showing any differences in setup and formation and style of play to Jonas. People say, oh yeah, let her take over full time. No, I'm sorry. If we're going to do that, we might as well have done a bit more to persuade Jonas to stay. This is Jonas's team. It's Jonas's formation. It's Jonas's style of play. And unless we get a new manager in, that's just going to be the way it is. Not that there's not necessarily much wrong with it. A few tweaks here and there and we'd be fine. But it's not been working. And there doesn't seem to be any changes tonight to make you think it's going to be any different. Why not play Stina and Leslie out front together? Do something different. You know, Brighton manager would have been prepared for Leslie Russo up there on her own. Why not throw something different in? Give him something to think about. Poor for me, poor. But anyway, if we win the game, we won't really care, will we? Oh, we've got some comments already. That's great. And says, have a good evening. Have a good watch along. She says, evening, Terry and Greg in the pub up the Arsenal. Good stuff. Good to see you, Ange. Greg says, evening, Ange. Have a great night. Indeed, I'm sure she will. Greg says, evening, Rich, Terry. And let's go, Gooners. Indeed. Oh, no, not Zinsberger, no clean sheets. No, well, I mean, we didn't think it was going to be a clean sheet anyway, but even less so now. Terry says, evening, Richard. Come on, you Gooner girls. Herman says, good afternoon, Rich and the Arsenal gang. Good to see you, my friend, in Toronto. Joanne's with us as well. Seen the lineup. Good grief. Yeah, I mean, that was my initial thought as well, actually. Evening, everyone says. Joanne as well. Terry says, evening, Greg. Evening, Ange. You behave yourself tonight watching from in the pub, no throwing pint glasses this week. No, she'll be fine. Terry says, evening all in the chat. Hit that like button nice and early. Nathan's with us. Evening, everyone. Good evening, Nathan. Hope you are doing well, my friend. Good to see you all. Please give us a like nice and early, because hopefully then we can get some goals early in the game. We don't have to suffer the stresses and strains that we normally do when we can't score an early goal. But it's a massive game, isn't it, for Arsenal? You do feel as though if we lose tonight, the gap between us and Brighton is going to be too big anyway. The gap between us and the top two they're going to be disappearing over the horizon, aren't they? Even a draw tonight's not really going to be good enough. We need to close that gap. I say they're 4 points above us, Brighton. We've got a chance to close that to 1. We've won every single WSL meeting between the sides in history previously, but we've seen before last season those records just dropped like flies, didn't they? So I wouldn't be surprised if that happened tonight, especially looking at the team lineup. But maybe they'll surprise us, eh? Maybe they will surprise us. Maybe Manu Zinsberger will have an absolute blinder and she'll save everything that comes her way. We shall see. We've got Herman says that actually Arsenal played quite well against Man United. They passed the ball quite quickly. The goal was a Dom Solar blooper. I wouldn't necessarily say it was a Dom Solar blooper. It was poor defending all round, really. Mark C says, watching in the pub. Yeah, I mean, it's only, I think the game's only on YouTube. I'm not sure how many pubs will be showing it, but if you found one, we'll play to you. Gabrielle's with us. How you going, my friend? Good to see you. We need to cook today. We do need to cook. And the teams are coming out here at the Emirates. Arsenal, of course, in the red and white, wearing their new tracksuit jackets that they released today. They like to release tracksuit jackets after the men's team have lost, don't they? Seems to be something that they do on a regular basis. It's a very nice tracksuit top, by the way. And if anybody out there wants to donate one to the channel so I can wear it on the show, please feel free to do so. It'd be much appreciated. I think they're about 100 quid, so there you go. But they're very nice indeed. I do like them. A bit retro, the old badge on there as well, the old logo, which we love on this channel. So yeah, if you do want to donate one to the channel, that would be great. Maybe stick a super chat in for £100. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Terry says, this club is shot to bits. Why aren't we going out for the kill? I'm fed up with this safety football. Just go and win the game. It's not like we ain't got the girls to do. No, I agree. I'm disappointed with the team lineup, I have to say. There's nothing against Steph Catley, by the way. I love Steph Catley. I think she's brilliant, but she's a left back. And we've got 2 left backs in the back 4, and we need a centre back, 2 centre backs, not 2 left backs. We've got 1 centre back and 2 left backs. Sorry, that's not good balance for a defence. I would actually have dropped Katie McCabe, as controversial as that might sound, or maybe play Katie McCabe in midfield, but certainly not at left back with Steph Catley at centre back. Sorry, that's just me, and it's nothing against either of those 2 players because they're brilliant, but the balance hasn't been right, and the balance doesn't seem as though it's going to be right tonight. Does anybody know what's up with Mariona, by the way? She's not in the squad at all. There wasn't any mention of her being injured yesterday when Renee was asked about her in the press conference, asked about the team in the press conference. I'm guessing, is it an illness or is there more issues going on at the club that we're not aware of? There's been quite a few issues going on behind the scenes, hasn't there? Herman says, how long before Palova returns? It'll be a long time, my friend. It'll be a long, long time. ACL injury. She only got it in the summer. I don't know, maybe February, March, maybe, if we're lucky. But it's going to be a while yet. Unfortunately, we're going to have to be without her for her. This is a very strong Brighton side, by the way. Really, really strong Brighton side. Miss Pinksock says, evening, everyone. Come on, you Gunners. Indeed, good to see you again. We're doing a minute silence. I'm assuming it's for Remembrance, because it is Remembrance weekend. And I don't know whether they've got somebody playing they have, yeah, they've got people coming out now with the poppies and that, which is always great, isn't it, for Remembrance weekend? We should, as they say, never forget the sacrifice that was made for our freedoms, which consecutive governments seem to be quite happy to just throw away. But anyway, we still shouldn't forget what they did. So there you go. Last post, of course, on Remembrance, to start Remembrance weekend. Terry says, up the vets indeed. Stephen says, yeah, without those brave people, we wouldn't be here. Absolutely right. And we certainly wouldn't be living the life that we're able to live now. That's certainly a fact. So, yeah, every year it's a poignant time, isn't it? And we all need to, remember why we're all here and how we're all here. So yeah, Mark C says, up the arse indeed. Greg says, there should have left Marnham out and played Russo there with Stina just in front. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Herman says, by the way, Walty has an excellent shot. No, she does have an excellent shot, absolutely. Terry says, I heard Veggie says she's fed up playing crap football. Please drop me for the Brighton game. I'm sure that's not what happened. Oh, we've got Brett with us. He says, hi there, how you all doing? I'll see if I can catch a stream of the game and pay you a visit from time to time. No, good to see you again, my friend, as always. It's a very popular game show on the telly at the same time. So if I can't catch the stream, I'll have you on in the background. That's fine. You watch your quiz as well, mate. No problem at all. Herman says, excuse my typo mistakes. No problem at all. No, we understand your point, my friend. We understand your point. Right, we're going to get ready for the kick-off here at the Emirates. Brighton are in a funky yellow and blue kit. It's going to be Nikita Paris. They are attacking a goal to our left. Arsenal, of course, in red and white, as you would expect. What other kit would we be wearing at home? Anyway, it's going to be Brighton, I say, to get us off and underway here at the Emirates. It looks like a reasonable crowd. We're expecting maybe 20 to 25,000 on a Friday night. It's not ideal, is it? Especially when a lot of kids and stuff want to come. Anyway, we are off and underway. Brighton get the game going. It's played back into their defence. And they're trying to come forward now with Bergved, over on that far side. And almost a mistake at the back straight away, but well played actually there by Brighton. They're in great form. They do like to play some football. They're not going to sit back maybe in the way that some other teams have done against us this season. I'm sure they're going to try and come forward and attack. They've got some very good attacking players, of course, Frank Kirby being one of them. Poppy Patterson on this near side, the left back. Oh, that's a good ball as well. Saker's in the penalty area, but Leah Williamson reads that cross. And Arsenal get their first possession of the ball. And it's played forward by Emily Fox. Not a good ball, actually. And Brighton win possession again. But, in fact, they've kept the ball in again. It's Poppy Patterson on this near side. You know, England have got some left-back issues. We've mentioned it at the Lionesses game. Poppy Patterson is a very good left-back. She's another one that should be in contention. Not sure why none of these players are getting called up into the squad and getting some minutes. Natural left-backs play them instead of playing people like who was playing there the other night, Esme Morgan and people like that aren't naturally in that position. You know, we've got some good natural left-backs coming through. Poppy Patterson is one of the best young English left-backs. Get her in the squad. Get her in that squad. Anyway, Katie McCabe at left back for Arsenal gets that ball forward. It's flicked on, but it's going to be a free kick there. I think Leah Volti took one in the back there from Vicky Lasada. Of course, Vicky Lasada back at the Emirates. Of course, a former Arsenal player, former Man City player as well. She's now the Brighton captain. Very good player, of course, as we know. Sort of player that we could maybe do with actually in our midfield. Anyway, Leah Volti's okay. Picks herself back up again. Would have been a sore one, that in the back, wouldn't it? And it is a free kick over on that far side. Katie McCabe is going to take it. Arsenal attacking at the clock end in this first half. So important Arsenal win this game. The draw is not really enough. A draw isn't really enough, is it? We have to win. We have to find a way to win this game. I'm not convinced by the team lineup anyway. Steph Catley plays it back to Manu Zinsberger's all in black. Plays the ball to Leah Williamson and gets it back again. Manu Zinsberger on the edge of the box, clips the ball out to that far side. That's a good ball, actually. Katie McCabe takes it in her stride, plays it square to Kim Little. Now it's up this near side with Emily Fox. Plays it to Beth Mead, her first real involvement. A great goal scoring record at the Emirates, of course. But could do with a goal or two from Beth tonight, couldn't we? Would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Leah Williamson on halfway on this near side, plays the ball up the line to Emily Fox again. Cuts in field, finds Kim Little, but she does a little bit too much and loses the ball. But we managed to win it back. Leah Williamson plays it back to Manu Zinsberger. Arsenal just trying to settle. We've played 2.5 minutes at the Emirates. Arsenal 0, Brighton 0. Gabrielle says, odds to get relegated. Well, I don't think we're going to get relegated, are we? Let's be honest. Oh, there's a bit of a miskick at the back there by Maria Torres Dottia, and suddenly Arsenal got a chance over on that far side. Katie McCabe with a cross. It's a good cross. It's a good cross. Header comes in from Beth Mead. It's straight into the arms of the goalkeeper, Sophie Bagali. But that was good play from Arsenal. Katie McCabe, that's a decent cross from over on that left-hand side. Chipped into the edge of the 6-yard box. Beth Mead just got there ahead of Poppy Patterson, I think it was. And it's a good header, but it was straight at the goalkeeper. And Arsenal's first chance of the game. Chan says, hello, Gunners, indeed. How are you doing? Oh, and they give it away inside the box again, Brighton. They want to play that football, won't they? Terry says, at least we've got safe hands back in goal. Absolute joke. Renee has to go. Well, she'll be going soon anyway, won't she? Let's be honest. Anyway, Arsenal now in possession. Steph Catley, we've played 3.5 minutes, 0-0. But Arsenal with a first real effort at goal. That Beth Mead had all Leah Williamson's balls poor. And Brighton are going to be dangerous on the counter-attack. Fran Kirby, of course, former Chelsea player. Looks like she's trying to get her form and fitness back. She's had a few problems, hasn't she, over the last few years? Probably since the Euros. Like a few players, actually, since the Euros. They've had a Euro hangover, haven't they? Injuries and one thing or another. We've got one or two of our own in the team tonight. Still suffering from that hangover, I think. Leah Williamson in particular and Beth Mead to a slightly lesser degree. I think she's got maybe a few other issues that's going on with her at the moment. Anyway, that ball played up the line and Arsenal do win it back. Good play from Caitlin Ford, and now it's Frida Marnham. She's been in good form this season. You know, she's had a little bit of stick. People saying she shouldn't be playing this, that, and the other, and I can understand why. But when she has played, she's done well this season. You know, she's had a great game. Was it last week? Yeah, last week, wasn't it? She went off at half time. She didn't have a great game then, but she's been playing quite well this season, I think. So, you know, let's see what she can do tonight. Anyway, Leah Williamson's got the ball now, and we'll just go safe back to Manu Zinsberg, and she pings it out to that far side to Steph Catley in a more natural left-back position, but she's lost the ball. But we do win a throw. 5 minutes on the clock. 0-0. Andreas, of course, is at the Emirates tonight. He will be doing a vlog for us, so look out for that over the weekend. I'll get that sorted out. Anyway, Leslie Russo now on that far side. Good run from her. She had a great game last week, didn't she? Finds Caitlin Ford inside the box, and Katie McCabe was steaming forward there. That's a good tackle on her, actually. And I think it was Madison Haley with the tackle. Good defensive work there. And just for a minute, it looked as though Katie McCabe was going to be able to get a shot away. But that's a good tackle, actually. The ball's run back to goalkeeper Sophie Bagali for Brighton. 0-0. Arsenal started to settle now, actually. We had a little bit of a shaky first couple of minutes, didn't we? But we've settled down now, looking good. And Brighton still trying to play their risky football. Arsenal won it back. Leslie Russo, she couldn't quite take the ball in her stride on the edge of the box. Just as it was well won, actually, just in front of her there by Leah Volti. And Brighton now trying to come forward themselves. Vicky Lasada finds Fran Kirby. Played out to Madison Haley over on that far side. The American touches it back to Troyes Dottia. And now it's with Garibaldi. Nikita Paris, called former Arsenal player, plays the ball up this near side. It's with Poppy Patterson, plays it in to Seika there. The Japanese forward, a cross comes in from Poppy Patterson, but it's straight into the arms of Manu Zinsberg and not under any pressure at all. In fact, was there an offside? Because it looks like it's a free kick to Arsenal. Such an important game. It's so important that we win. If we don't, then you have to say we're in big trouble. Terry says, is Lordy in the royal box again or sitting with the peasants? He's not sitting with the peasants, is he? Of course not. He's in the he's in club level, of course, as he usually is at the Emirates. Well, that's a nice touch there from Frida Marnham, finds Beth Mead. Frida gets it back. That's another good ball as well out to that far side. Katie McCabe is going to get there. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in. It's took a slight deflection. It's going to go behind. Is that going to be a corner to Arsenal? Oh, did it not take a deflection? I thought it took a deflection. Was it just a bad cross? Actually, it didn't take a deflection, did it? It's just gone behind for a goal kick to Brighton. Not quite as good as Katie McCabe's previous cross. Lots of empty seats on the clock end. In fact, I'm not even sure if they've opened a clock end for sales of tickets, did they? Because it seems completely empty. But anyway, it's a goal kick to Brighton just in front of those empty seats at the clock end. The goalkeeper goes short inside the penalty area, and Brighton are quite happy to suck Arsenal. That's a bad mistake at the back. Kim Little's picked out this space over on that far side. Caitlin Ford, can she get the shot away? She can't. She was closed down quickly by Torres Dottia. Now Beth Mead inside the box finds Frida Marnham. That's a shot across the box. Oh, I don't know if it was a shot or a cross in the end. It's curled away. Leslie Russo was looking to try and get in at the far post. Brighton give the ball away inside the penalty area. Arsenal didn't quite make the most of that, though, did we? And it's going to be a goal kick again. And Arsenal camps on the edge of the Brighton penalty. Obviously, we've seen the way they play these goal kicks. Terry says the girls are putting in crosses like the blokes team. Yeah, the other night it was terrible, wasn't it? Anyway, Brighton have taken the goal kick, and Sophie Bagali, oh, that's not a great clearance, actually. It's put Poppy Patterson under pressure, but she's done well. Beth Mead closing her down. Oh, and Beth Mead's won the ball, but didn't quite fall. And it's Carabaldi gets it clear for Brighton. And that's going to be a throw to the visitors on this near side, which Poppy Patterson is going to take. We've played 9 minutes at the Emirates, 0-0. Only one real opportunity at goal. It was Beth Mead's header, which was a fairly comfortable save for Sophie Bagali in the end. Greg says, seems to me Renee has been talking to Arteta and said, use the least amount of players you can. Yeah, seems to be, yeah. Leah Williamson plays it back to the goalkeeper, Manu Zinsberger, in a goal tonight. Her first appearance for a while. Now, Steph Catley, the ball was a little bit awkward for her, but she's done okay, manages to get it back to the goalkeeper again. And she finds Leah Williams inside the Arsenal penalty area, gives it back to the goalkeeper. Not under any pressure, Manu, so just gives it back to Leah Williamson again. Good for the possession stats, but not really much else at the minute. Leslie Russo takes that ball well, actually, on the turn, plays it out to the far side. Katie McCabe touches it back in field. Leah Volti finds Kim Little just inside the centre circle, touches it back to Steph Catley. And Arsenal got a lot of possession inside our own half, not really pushing that Brighton defence or getting that Brighton defence turn. We might do now to Emily Fox on this near side. Oh, that's a poor ball from her, looking for Beth Mead, given away. Frida Marlin was looking to close down quickly, and Kim Little wins the ball back, but actually it falls to Fran Kirby. Just picks up them little pockets of space, Fran, doesn't she? Just in front of the defence. She's made a career out of that, haven't she? Herman says, too many shots across the box, nobody ready. Yeah, exactly. Gabrielle says, you all want Renee out already. Well, yeah, we do really, yeah. I mean, the way I look at it is, and there's nothing against Renee. She seems like she's a good coach. I'm sure she is. But it's no different to Jonas. We might as well have tried harder to keep Jonas if we're gonna keep Renee. You know, the assistant of the previous manager never normally works, does it? Let's be honest. We want some fresh ideas, some new ideas coming in, new manager. That's what we need. So that's what we want to see. Gabrielle says it's like her third game in charge. I think it's her fourth game, actually. But anyway, she's only interim. That's all, interim. Chad says, will Lee Carsley or Tuchel manage the team in the next Euro games? It's still Lee Carsley. Tuchel doesn't start until December, is it? I think, officially. So I think Lee Carsley is in charge of the England men's team for the time being. I'm sure these next 2 games he's in charge for. I think that's his last 2 games, isn't it? And then Tommy T takes over. I think he'll do well. I do. I think Tommy Tuchel will do well for England. Very, very good coach, great manager. Manager I always wanted at Arsenal when he was knocking around before Arteta. I mean, even after Arteta, I'd still take him. I've got to be honest. Obviously not now. He's manager of England, and that's the second best, I suppose, isn't it? If you can't be manager of Arsenal, be manager of England. That's what I say. That would be the 2 choices, wouldn't it, for the best managers? What we want anyway. Steph Catley now plays up that far side, gets it back from Leah Volti. That's into Kim Little. And Arsenal knocking the ball around pretty well inside their own half, but not really doing much with it. It's not the most thrilling of football, is it? Anyway, Leah Williamson now trying to inject a little bit of forward movement from the team. Frida Marlin picks it up. That's a good ball forward, looking for Caitlin Ford. In fact, it's going to come all the way out to the far side towards Katie McCabe, and also won a throw. Gabrielle says, get Arteta for the coach of the women and sign the Columbus Crew manager. I definitely don't want Arteta to have anything to do with his team. I don't want him to have anything to do with the men's team, let alone the women's team as well. Don't let him spoil that for me. It's the one break I get from him. I don't want that to be spoiled. Joaz says, this is terrible, 4 minutes past one. But yeah, you're right, I agree. Anyway, we are passing it forward now. Frida Marlin is going to try a shot. Is she from distance? No, she's not. She's going to find Beth Mead in the area. Beth Mead cuts inside. Can she get the shot away? Oh, it's in! Beth Mead, all that possession leads to a goal. Beth Mead again scores at the Emirates. That must be her 8th or 9th goal in this stadium over the last couple of years. She always tends to find the net when it's needed. That's a great finish as well. It didn't look like the best ball initially, actually, from Freedom Arnold, but it found Beth Mead inside the penalty area. She cut inside, curled it in with that left foot into that bottom corner. It was Poppy Patterson actually missed it, and the defender was kind of a shield there, and Beth's curled it round her into the bottom corner. That's a great goal. Arsenal lead, and it is. So all that passing around led to a goal, so we don't mind, do we? Terry says, Mido. Miss Pinksock says, Mido. Gabrielle. Bravo. Beth says, Herman. Chan says, what a great, was a great goal. Good goal, says Joanne. Greg says, go on, Mido. She's been watching Saka. It was a very Saka-like goal, actually. Gabrielle says, let's go. We are cooking with Renee Ball. Well, that was a good goal, actually. It was a good goal, wasn't it? And finally, we moved the ball forward in the Brighton half, and it's paid off with a great goal. Beth Mead once again scoring at the Emirates. And Arsenal going front. We probably just about deserve it. We've been the better team. Greg says only 5 more needed. Herman says we need at least 3 or 4 more goals. Well, we definitely need at least a few more, don't we, with Manu in goal. Miss Pinksock says Mead is going to have a game. Let's hope so. Freedom Marmot was got that assist, picks up the ball in the centre of the pitch. That's a little bit too much, actually. Terry said there, did you see today the 2 candidates for Edu's job, Per Mertesacker and Rosicki? This club's going downhill rapidly. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think Per Mertesacker wouldn't necessarily be a bad choice, but just because you was a good player doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a good administrator in that side of football, does it? Or, you know, I don't know. Brian says we need a player like me. We've got a player like me, and she just got a great goal. Anyway, Brighton are coming forward now with Madison Haley, plays it back to Frank Kirby. This game's certainly not won because Brighton are definitely a good side and they can definitely cause us problems. And it's, you know, we need that second goal. We saw it happen last week against Manchester United. We played well, was 1-0 up, couldn't kill the game off and ended up getting punished. And now Brighton coming forward again. It's with Seki on this near side. It's a good cross towards the edge of a 6-yard box. Oh, not a great headed clearance, actually. And luckily, Madison Haley couldn't take that in her stride. But Brighton are keeping possession. Torres Dottir plays it back to Bergsvand. Guru Bergsvand, the Norwegian. And Brighton trying to find a way back. Gabrielle says, we won Lacasse back. Well, Lacasse has got an ACL injury, so she wouldn't be able to play if she was back. Chan says, can we play for the men's team better than Jesus? No, you're right. Absolutely better than Jesus. Better than a lot of them. Better than Martinelli as well. Anyway, she's got herself a great goal tonight, and it's put Arsenal in front in this game, in charge. 16.5 minutes played. Mark C says, called it indeed. He did call it, and it was a great goal as well. And it's nice to see, isn't it? Beth Mead getting herself back on the score sheet again, which is what we want to see, don't we? And Arsenal trying to come forward again over on that far side. Leslie Russo is putting Bergsvand under pressure and wins a throw. Good work there from the England and Arsenal centre forward. Gabriel says we should ask Messi to play for us. Well, yeah, I'm sure he'd just do it for free, wouldn't he? I don't know if he'd be the answer. Anyway, it's a throw to Arsenal over on that far side. Katie McCabe just in conversation with the referee, who is Amy Ferns. And I thought she was telling her to take it from further forward. That's unusual. Normally they're telling her to take it from further back. But anyway, Katie McCabe's going to have to take this throw over on that far side. Can we get a second goal? That's been our problem, isn't it? Getting a second goal, killing teams off, not just this season, a lot of last season as well. How many points did we drop from winning positions by not killing teams off? And it's happened again last week, of course, as we know. Leah Williamson threads that ball through. Almost came to Freedom Marnham, but Brighton do manage to get it away. And now Brighton are going to try and come forward themselves. Terry says, I like Emma Roy. She's a pain in the arse for any defender. Absolutely. Herman says, at the Man United game, Arsenal played a much higher tempo than usual, which I probably... No, you're right. We did, and we played well last week. We're not playing badly tonight, actually, so far. We've been the better team. Not always moving the ball as quickly as we want to see, but it was a really nice goal. It was a good team goal, good team move. And Beth Mead is now firing away there. She won that tackle. Leah Volti wanted Katie McKay to make that one a little bit earlier than she did. And in the end, the momentum went out of that attack, and Arsenal playing it back to Leah Williamson, chips it forward up this near side, looking for Beth Mead again, but she's offside. And it's going to be a free kick to Brighton. Beth just maybe went a little bit too early there. She'll be buzzing at the minute, of course. You always have when you've just scored a goal, you always end up having a good 10 minutes. You just want the ball all the time. You're going to be flying into tackles and stuff, aren't you? You get an extra little bit of energy when you've just scored. And Beth's certainly going through that at the moment, isn't she? Herman says, is the tempo better or worse now? Well, I don't think we're playing particularly quickly. But we did well for the goal because we did pass the ball quickly then, and it actually worked. But it's all about getting the balance right, isn't it? Sometimes you have just got to keep possession. Other times you've got to be more progressive with the passing. And in the end, we were there and it worked. I mean, Nikita Paris has done well. And Brighton looking to try to get themselves back into this game. Oh, that's a poor touch there from Maria Torres-Dottir, the Icelandic defender. Tall, of course, could cause us problems from set pieces. But Brighton haven't had any set pieces yet because we've been much the better team. Manu Zinsberger now, the goalkeeper, plays it to Leah Williamson, gets it back, and then goes long. Manu Zinsberger, Beth Mead can't win the header, but Emily Fox is going to tidy that up and finds Leah Williamson. Look as though she's getting maybe some of her form back, Leah. We always said before, didn't we? You know, form is temporary, class is permanent, and Leah Williamson is showing that in the last couple of games. Kate McCabe did well actually there, but Leah Volti she fouled, and then Kate McCabe steams into that challenge. Leslie Russo's done well. Beth Mead's got a little bit of space on this near side. Will Leslie Russo find her? She has found her. Maybe it wasn't the best ball, took a bit of momentum out of that, and now she's offside. The ball should have been played earlier. I mean, it was good play initially by Leslie Russo, but she needed to get that ball played to Beth a lot earlier. It's a great little run she made. She was in space. The pass got delayed, and then she's offside. It wasn't a great ball anyway. Lacked pace and took all the momentum away from that attack. Mike's will say, my friend, good to see you. Hopefully we'll see you back on the show next week. Says there, Brighton moving the ball really well. We've been equal to it, but there is always room for improvement, and we have to move the ball quicker and use the overload. Exactly, yeah. Miss Pinksock says ball caught in feet. Yeah, maybe a little bit, but I don't know. She could have got that pass quick. When Emily Fox now up this near side, she can get there ahead of Poppy Pattinson. Oh, she's done well. She's done really well. Emily Fox inside the area. She manages to win that ball there, finds Beth Mead. Now Arsenal are moving it quickly. Kim Little finds Emily Fox again. Plays it up the line. Kim Little, can she get the cross in? She does get the cross. It's going to be 2-0. It is 2-0. Caitlin Ford with the goal. That is a thing of absolute beauty. Again, really, really good football from Arsenal. When it's clicked tonight, it's clicked. Wow, brilliant, brilliant stuff. And it is 2-0. It's Caitlin Ford with the latest goal. This is a really good move on this near side. Emily Fox found Kim Little, drilled it across the 6-yard box. Caitlin's there ahead of Torres-Dottir, got the final touch. And that is a lovely, lovely goal from Arsenal. 2 decent goals in this game. Arsenal 2 luck. We have got the second goal. Terry says 40. Miss Pinksock says goal. Herman says get out the wally. Well played, Foxy, says Miss Pinksock. It was a good play from Foxy. Good cross from Kim Little as well. And Caitlin Ford did the rest, touching it home from just inside the 6-yard box. Simple finish, but you've got to get there. She had more determination to get to that ball ahead of Torres-Dottir, and it is 2-0 and Arsenal in complete control. I say we have won every single game that we've played against Brighton previously, and we're heading for another 3 points. Not a massive 3 points it is. Brighton haven't really posed too many threat at all so far in this game. We're about midway through the first half. Roland says Foxy is our player of the season thus far. We have the best right back in women's football. No, I agree. I absolutely agree. She's brilliant, isn't she? And Katie McCabe goes into that tackle there on Madison Haley. It's going to be a throw to Brighton. Fran Kirby now. If Brighton are going to come back into this game, you do feel they're going to need a goal before half time. So Arsenal just need to be clever now. We don't need anything too stupid. You know, we've done the hard work, getting ourselves in front, getting a 2-0 lead, which is the one thing that we've not always managed to do this season. We did, of course, beat Brighton 5-0 at the Meadow Park, didn't we? Last home game of last season. Of course, Viv's final goal came in that game, as we know, but that was a good performance. You know, Poppy Patterson now coming forward for Brighton. Can she get the cross in? Great defending again from Emily Fox. We were just saying how great Emily Fox is. And as Gabrielle says, Foxy is the GOAT. She is indeed. And now Arsenal again can come forward. Frida Marnham plays it out to that far side. Caitlin Ford, the goal scorer of Arsenal's second goal. Frida Marnham's gone off on a run ahead of her. Caitlin Ford maybe took too long, though, to find that pass, but she managed to keep the ball. Finds Kate McCabe now. It is with Frida Marnham on the edge of the box. Tries to chip it in. Oh, that's a fantastic goal. Frida Marnham. Wow, that is incredible. That outside the area. Frida Marnham has chipped it in. That is an incredible goal. Brilliant, brilliant. Wow, it's all going Arsenal's way in these first 25 minutes. Frida Marnham with the latest goal, and what a goal it is. Katie McCabe, it was found a little bit of space she had there on the edge of the box over on that far side. Looked up, clipped it over the keeper into the top corner. She's got a few goals like that in her Arsenal career. That one's up there with one of the very, very best. Miss Pinksock says, oh my God, indeed. Terry says, firework Frida. You know, I said she's been playing well this season, and she has. Last week wasn't her greatest game, but she's made up for it now. What a goal that was. Greg says, what a goal. It could be more than 6. Well, it could be more than 6 now. We've got 3 in 25 minutes. Nathan says, some hit that. It was a great goal, wasn't it? I say Frida Marnham's made a bit of a habit of doing that over her Arsenal career, hasn't she? Fantastic goal. And Arsenal now in complete control. And surely that is it. Surely that is the 3 points sealed. We said we wanted to seal them nice and early for a chase, didn't we? Gabrielle says Frida. Indeed, it was Frida. Herman says, don't let up. No, let's go for the jugular. Let's go and get more goals. And we might well hear Caitlin Ford trying to win the ball back. And Brighton's passing out from the back has caused them most of their problems tonight. They've given the ball away. Our high press has done the job. Matty says, we are cooking. We are cooking. Joanne says, woohoo, indeed. It's been a great start. And Arsenal have looked a lot better in that final third in this game tonight. We are moving the ball quicker up that end of the pitch, and we've pulled this Brighton defence to pieces. And 3 really, really good goals. 3 different type of goals, actually. A couple of nice passing goals, and then that fantastic hit from outside the box. Gabrielle says, Renee Ball cooking. We are back. Well, no, we've certainly played well in this opening 25 minutes, or 26 minutes now. Katie McCabe there tries to win the ball, but it falls to Fran Kirby. Got a strapping on her left knee. Right knee even. Anyway, Brighton are trying to come forward again. And it is Seiko on this near side. She's done well. Going to be able to pull the ball back. Leah Williamson reads it well. Only comes out as far as Poppy Patterson. Plays it square. And Frida Marnham straight in the tackle there. And Arsenal turn the ball over. But, Frida couldn't quite get the ball across the pitch there looking for Leslie Russo. And Brighton have picked up possession again. They know they're going to need something quite special here. Brighton, if they're going to get something from this game, which has slipped away from them quite quickly with those 3 early Arsenal goals. Greg says, didn't the Lord say this would be a tight game? Well, so did I, actually. So did Joanne. So he's not the only one, is he? I must admit, looking at Brighton's results this season, obviously we expected a tight game, but it's been great from Arsenal. It certainly made a good start to the weekend, hasn't it? And with only 27 minutes played, Arsenal are already 3-0 up. Rajendra says 3-0 already without Mariona. Exactly, yeah. We don't know what's going on with Mariona tonight. She's not in the squad. And we haven't missed her, which isn't a great thing to be saying, but it's true. Now, Leah Volti now has done well in midfield. Caitlin Ford over on that far side, a little bit of space. Is this going to be a 4th goal maybe for Arsenal? Caitlin Ford plays it across the box. It's come to Frida Marnham again, but good defensive work there from Poppy Pattinson. She didn't stand and watch. She made a run back and prevented what could well have been a 4th goal. Or else you couldn't keep that in. It's gone out for a throw to Arsenal. We're playing some lovely attacking football. Jerry says, Brighton are moving the ball better, but we're ruthless. Yeah, no, we are. We're in that final third now. We've moved the ball much quicker tonight. And obviously they've worked on it because we haven't been doing that well enough, have we? But tonight we've been brilliant in that final third. We are moving the ball quicker. We're pulling Brighton to pieces. We've got 3 goals and we could easily have a few more. Herman says, I want to see goals 4 and 5. Well, no, we'd love to see 4 and 5 and 6 and more, wouldn't we? Of course we would. But the most important thing, we'll come back to it, we've said it before, is winning the game. That's the most important thing, isn't it? And if Arsenal win the game, I'm not overly concerned if we win 1-0 or 5-0. It could be another goal here. Emily Fox. Oh, it's hit the inside of the post and come out. Oh, it's Caitlin Ford, sorry. Caitlin Ford steaming forward on that near side. What an effort that was. It beat the goalkeeper. Lovely ball played through to actually hit it first time. The keeper was out of her goal. Oh, she didn't quite get it right at the inside of the post. So unlucky. Matty says, Ford, it was a great effort, actually, wasn't it? I just thought it was Emily Fox because it was in that Emily Fox position. But anyway, it was Caitlin Ford was only popping up on the right. Very nearly scored. Miss Pinksock says, dang, indeed. Very nearly a 4th goal. This is great stuff, this from Arsenal. If you can't enjoy this, what can you enjoy? Anyone else coming forward again? Frida Marnham's in. Frida Marnham's on the edge of the box. Plays it back to Katie McCabe. Now it's with Leah Volti. Out to that far side. Caitlin Ford just hit the post. Plays it into Frida Marnham again. They're 2 of the goal scorers combining there. It's Caitlin Ford again. Again trying to find Frida Marnham, and Brighton do manage to win the ball back, but they can't really get it out too much. But they've conceded a throw. Gabrielle says, I want 4. We are destroying them. We are destroying them, yeah. Terry says, the panelists on the women's show need to brush up on score predictions week in, week out, miles out. Well, yeah, we have been. Well, to be fair, I said 3-2, and it still could be 3-2. So I'm not miles out yet, am I? Gabrielle says, please, we want a 4th. We do want a 4th. We do want a 4th. At this moment in time, it looks like Arsenal could go on a goal-scoring spree tonight. Just we look dangerous every time we come forward. Greg says, this is more like we're used to from the girls. Indeed, it is, yeah. And it's just a shame it's maybe come a few weeks too late. If we'd played like this in some of our recent games, we may well still be in a strong position in the table. Instead, I mean, I said it last night on the show, and I don't believe the league's totally gone. I think that we've just got to keep winning as many games as we can. Keep winning, and see where it can take us. Other teams are going to drop points. All the top teams, Man City will drop more points. Chelsea will drop points. Obviously, Brighton are going to be dropping points here tonight. All of the top teams, Man United. So we just have to keep winning now, as many games as we can, and see where it takes us. I'm certainly not giving up. Yes, it's going to be difficult to win the league in the position that we're in. Of course it is. But, you know, it's just a matter of keep believing and keep trying to rack up these wins, and that's all we can do. Starting tonight, this could be the start of, you know, it's a tough run of games. We know that. Champions League, of course, in midweek against Juventus, another game that we have to win. But the important thing is to get some momentum going, which we are doing now. This would be continue our unbeaten run under Renee. Of course, we're unbeaten since the Chelsea game. So only league defeat. Let's try and keep it real here. We've only lost 1 game in the league. It's been the draws that's killed us, hasn't it? Draws in games that we should have won. Everton, obviously, last week we should have won. That's 4 more points. Look where we'd be just with those 2. There's those 4 extra points. Just 2 games where we should have won and we drew. So, you know, we're not far away again. Last season we said it was 1 or 2 little moments in certain games, and that's what it's been like so far. But I don't see any reason why we can't now go on a run of winning 4 or 5 games, 6 in a row, and build up this real momentum, and you know, keep moving up that table. You know, Caitlin Ford's having a good game again. Finds Leah Volti. Rajandra says, "This is far simpler attack." It is exactly what we've been crying out for, isn't it? Herman says, "Well, so far Renee hasn't lost a game." No, she hasn't. Absolutely not. Greg says, "This is the women's answer to the club at favouring the men." Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe this is what they're doing. Absolutely, maybe that's the reason they're playing so well. Matty says, Manu's had a great game so far too. Looks a lot more relaxed between it. Well, it doesn't have anything to do yet, actually, to be honest. Wait till there's a corner or a set piece into the box. Renee says, get Rennie out ASAP, get me sorted. No, I agree. We need to go for the best there is. And although we're playing really well tonight, it doesn't disguise the fact that we haven't been playing particularly well. Oh, Beth Mead's done really well on this near side. Goes past Carapoli. It's a good ball as well, but the Brighton defender manages to recover, gets the ball clear. But Arsenal back in possession. 33 minutes on the clock. Arsenal 3, Brighton 0. Well, what a start it's been. What a great Arsenal performance this has been. And we're starting to enjoy it, aren't we? Freedom Iron plays out to that far side. Caitlin Ford looks for Leslie Russo. We've scored 3. She hasn't got one yet. But she hasn't really had the ball much, has she, Leslie Russo, surprisingly enough. For all that good attacking play, Leslie's not really been that involved. After last week where she had to work so hard to get her goal, this week she might well find it a little bit easier to get herself on the score sheet. Anyway, Leah Williamson now threads a ball forward. That's a good ball too. Freedom Arms on the edge of the box again. She's going to try another one. She's going to try another one, but the goalkeeper pushes it round the post. Frida's in the mood tonight, isn't she? And almost made it 4-0. There, Leah Williamson's ball. Frida, you can't give Frida that much space on the edge of the box there. She's always going to try a shot. She got hold of that well, actually. It was close enough to the keeper to be able to save it, but it needed saving. Gabrielle says, we need Will Still as our manager. Well, let's see who's about. Matty says, Frida, indeed. She is on fire tonight, Frida. She is up for this game. She's shooting at every opportunity. Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal. I believe this is the first corner of the game, actually. We're 3-0 up and we haven't even had one corner yet. Anyway, we've got a corner now. It's going to be Beth Mead. Is it to take it? Katie McCabe's gone across there as well. But I think Beth's going to curl this in. Fran Kirby is she a little bit too close? I mean, she's miles away. I'm not quite sure how far away you got to be. Surely she's allowed to be there, isn't she? Anyway, here's a corner to Arsenal, which Beth Mead's going to take curled in towards the edge of the 6-yard box line. It was headed away. Actually, Leslie Russo didn't get any contact on it, and Brighton have scooped it clear. It's going to be a throw on this near side. Emily Fox to take it for Arsenal. 34.5 minutes on the clock. Arsenal 3, Brighton 0. Beth Mead, Caitlin Ford and Frida Marnham with the goals. Arsenal looking hungry for more. Caitlin's also hit the post and Frida's produced a great save from the goalkeeper. Could easily be 5-0. And Arsenal just really played some nice stuff here in this first half. But it has gone out now for a throw to Brighton. Well, there's been a lot of issues going on at the club, hasn't there, in the last few weeks, on and off the pitch, both in the men's side and the women's side. And a performance like this is what we've needed, isn't it, to make us all feel a little bit happier with life and to make us all feel as though maybe the future might not be as bleak as we've been thinking. Anyway, Caitlin Ford now on this near side. It's a good ball. Leslie Russo couldn't quite take it in her stride and Brighton managed to clear it away, although they're still inside their own penalty area. Fran Kirby lays it off to Carapaldi, tries to clear it out. Not a great clearance, actually. He comes back again and then Carapaldi again clears it. Again, it's not a great clearance. Kim Little wins the ball well, although the referee decides it's a free kick. And Brighton can just regroup a little bit, but it's been relentless Arsenal pressure in this first half. It is 3-0. And this is the type of performance we've been waiting for quite some time. Anyway, Brighton coming forward themselves. Fran Kirby now, a little bit of space for her. She's got Saker running ahead of her now. She's got Poppy Patterson up this near side as well. What's the cross like? It's not bad, actually. It's not a bad cross at all, but Arsenal clear it away. Fran Kirby's going to pick it up now on the edge of the penalty area wearing gloves. Not pick it up literally. Anyway, she almost got the ball again, but good defending that was there from Leah Volti. And now Katie McCabe plays it up the far side and it's gone out for a throw on halfway. That was a bit better from Brighton. They've strung together some nice moves, but they haven't really managed to threaten Manu's goal at all. That was a decent cross from Poppy Patterson. He's put some good balls in, actually, on this near side. But Arsenal defended that pretty well. And it's been a good first half. Arsenal 3, Brighton 0. We've got 8 minutes till the break. And it's almost like Arsenal don't really want half-time to come, do we? Because we're playing so well. We've got the momentum in this game and sometimes half-time can spoil it, can't it? Let's get another goal before half-time, though, just to make sure, shall we? And it's funny because I say we've scored 3 goals, played some great attacking football, and Leslie Russo's not really been involved at all, has she? She's hardly been involved. She's hardly had a touch of the ball, Leslie Russo. Anyway, Nikita Paris loses the ball, but Brighton do pick up again with Maria Torres-Dottir over on that far side. Gets the ball back from Fran Kirby and plays it back to Bergsvand, the Norwegian guru Bergsvand. Plays it square into the centre circle to Carapaldi. Plays the ball over the top there, but looking for the run of Madison Haley, but she didn't make the run. And the ball runs through to Manu Zinsberger. Terry says, when's Amanda Illerstadt back? Well, she's not even in training yet, is she? Like, so I don't know. I can't imagine her coming back until the new year at the earliest. But we'll see. Be nice to have her back, wouldn't it? Because I thought she was just starting to settle in as well, wouldn't she? Anyway, Frida Marnham now. Leslie Russo's made the run over on that far side. Wasn't a great ball this time. And Bergsvan can clear it away. In fact, won a throw off Leslie Russo. Bit of a frustrating first half for Leslie Russo, you'd imagine, but I'm sure she'll be happy enough that we're winning 3-0. But she's just not really been in the game at all. Anyway, Frank Kirby just gives the ball away to Caitlin Fall. Oh, good defending actually there from Garipoli. And now Brighton can come forward up this near side with Poppy Patterson. Finds Seika, the Japanese forward, does well. And then runs into Emily Fox. And then Emily Fox wins 2 challenges and she's still going. Oh, brilliant. Surely that's got to be a yellow card there. It could even be a red card there for Bergsvan. I'm sure she got sent off against us lot the other season, didn't she? That was not a great challenge at all. It's a long way from goal. I think Katie McCabe saying, is that not a red card? I mean, it was a very nice challenge. It is a yellow. It is a yellow for Bergsvan's Guru Bergsvan there. And Emily Fox did amazing there. She basically barged 3 players out of the way for Brighton, pushed her way through, and she was going to be heading. I mean, she was on halfway. She was going to be heading towards an open pitch behind, and Bergvan came across and soon ended that particular run. But Emily's okay. She's back on her feet again. She is a tough old cookie. There's no doubt about that. Brilliant play from her. It is a free kick to Arsenal. Leah Williamson takes it, finds Frida Marnham, plays it up this near side. Beth Mead, whose goal is going. It's a decent cross actually to the far post, but the goalkeeper, Sophie Bagari, is going to grab that. No problem at all. 5 minutes to go until the break. Gabrielle says Spurs losing to City. But we don't really want Spurs to lose to City, do we? We want Spurs to beat City. Wouldn't that be handy? But it's obviously not going to happen. We didn't expect it to happen, but we kind of hope. You always hope, don't you? Oh, City have given Brighton have given the ball away again. Frida Marnham on the edge of the box finds Leslie Russo on that far side. Chips across that towards Beth Mead. Oh, it's headed just over the bar. And again, Arsenal threatening more goals in this game. It's been a brilliant first half. Almost 4-0. Brighton have given the ball away far too much, although I think part of that's to do with how high we've pressed up the pitch. We've put them under pressure early. They don't like it. They're giving the ball away. We're creating chance after chance. Gabrielle says, now Spurs ain't beat us. It would draw would be all right, though, wouldn't it? Something to do, wouldn't it? Gabrielle says, unless it's a men's team. Well, yeah, the men's team always seem to beat them, don't they? They knocked them out of the Carabao Cup, of course, a couple of weeks ago, didn't they? Brighton, they've got a throw on this near side. Terry says, this is my only thing about Russo. She strays out onto the wings. I want her staying more central. Let someone else do the cover. No, I agree. AP says, will Brighton score? Well, they might do, but they don't look like it at the moment, do they? It's been all Arsenal. It's been a dominant Arsenal performance. But Brighton may get a goal. You never know. They've got some quality players. If they can get the ball forward, they might cause us some problems, but they haven't done so far because of how well we've played. Emily Fox now finds Beth Mead on this near side. It's been a good link up on this right-hand side. That's a good ball to the edge of the box. Frida Marnham chips across in. Oh, and again, Leslie Russo wasn't able to pick it up, but Arsenal do keep possession on the edge of the box. Leah Volti tried to find Katie McCabe. It's cleared away. It's going to be a throw to Arsenal over on the far side. It's been good stuff, this, from Arsenal. Really good. Best first half performance we've had for quite some time. AP says, I just need one Brighton goal. Well, they might score it. You never know. But Arsenal seem the more likely to score as we approach half-time. Leah Volti plays out to that far side. Katie McCabe, we've got bodies in the box. Across comes in. Leslie Russo's there. Oh, she couldn't get a touch on it again. That's the second time she hasn't quite managed to get her header away. And Arsenal do keep possession on this near side. But that was a big chance for 4-0. It still might be 4-0. Leah Volti finds Emily Fox on this near side. Can she get the cross in? Plays it short into Frida Marnham. Gets it back. Emily Fox inside the box. Oh, she couldn't quite get a shot away there. She was tackled inside the penalty area. It wasn't a penalty. It wasn't a foul. It was just good defending. But another opportunity there for Arsenal. Matty says, I would love to see Russo switch places with Marnham for a bit and see how that goes. Well, I mean, yeah, maybe. I mean, Leslie's just not getting herself into those areas in the box enough, is she? But she's had 2 decent headed opportunities that she hasn't managed to even get a head on the ball. Been a bit disappointing, isn't it? But she hasn't really had much hadn't had much service really. Herman says, haven't heard anything from Kim. Now, Kim's done all right, actually. She did have an assist for the second goal, wasn't it? A great cross from her. She's just done a steady job in midfield. Just played a little pass there to Beth Mead, and now Emily Fox facing her own goal, stops and turns, plays it into Kim Little, gets it back. We're into the last 90 seconds of the first half. I'm only expecting maybe 1 minute of stoppage time. The game has flowed. There hasn't been too many stoppages. A brief one there when Emily Fox got fouled and had a slight injury. But it's not like the men's game when they roll around for 4 hours, is it? They just get on with it. Get up and get on with it. That's what you want to see. Emily Fox now on this near side. Lovely exchange of passes there with Beth Mead. Plays it on the 2-3 to Mara. That's really good play. It's a nice ball as well towards the edge of the penalty area. Leslie Russo's going to get it, is she? She's managed to win the ball well there, Leslie, just on the edge of the penalty on this near side. Plays it back to Beth Mead. Arsenal playing some lovely stuff here. And it looks as though it's going to be a fairly comfortable night here into the last minute of the first half. Beth Mead now plays it back to Leah Williamson. But that's not a great ball, although Steph Catley's going to pick that up well. Kim Little, almost a loose pass there. And in the end, Leah Williamson plays it back to Manu Zinsberger. AP says, why Brighton not even pressing? Well, I don't know. They don't seem to be pressing too much, do they? Mark C says, this could easily be 6-0. It could easily be 6-0. You're right. It could easily be 6-0. And it could be 4-0 before the break. Frida Marnham swings that ball out to the far side to Katie McCabe. Just had to hold her stride there to take the pass, which she did well. Now plays it into... surely that's a penalty. Surely that's a penalty there on Leah Volti. It's got to be. It is a penalty. And it is going to be the opportunity to make it 4-0. Vicky Lasada it was with the foul. Oh, in fact, she gave it outside the box. Is it a penalty? It's a penalty. It's got to be a penalty. No, it's outside. Surely it was inside the box, wasn't it? No, she's given a free kick outside the box. Wow. It looked like that was inside the penalty area there. Anyway, it is a free kick to Arsenal. It is going to be 1 minute of stoppage time. I felt sure that was inside the box when that foul actually happened. Anyway, Terry says, got to be a card as well. You would imagine so, wouldn't you? Was that not inside the box? I thought it was, but maybe it's just me. I don't know. It looked like it was inside the box, didn't it? But maybe the initial contact was just outside, perhaps. We'll give the ref the benefit of the doubt. But it is a free kick to Arsenal. We do have another opportunity to make it 4-0 before half-time. We are into stoppage time. And it is going to be, is it going to be Katie McCabe or is it going to be Beth Mead? It may favour the right foot of Beth Mead, actually, over on that far side, as opposed to Katie McCabe with her left foot. I think it is going to be Beth Mead. She can probably go for this. She does go for it. Oh, it's a good save by the goalkeeper. Falls into the net as she comes across to save it. She made a couple of good saves, the Brighton goalkeeper. Gabrielle says, well, I thought it was in the area, but obviously not. Terry says, that's 2 big fouls from her. Matty says, wow, so close it was. In fact, I think the half-time whistle's gone just as Arsenal were about to take that corner. Beth Mead came close to making it 4 with that free kick. But, well, what a first half that's been. You have to say that was much, much more like we've been waiting for this performance from this team all season. It's the type of performance that we've been lacking. But tonight, it's all come good for Arsenal in this first half. It is Arsenal 3, Brighton 0. It's been a really, really exciting performance, this, from Arsenal. We've moved the ball much, much quicker in that final third. Beth Mead got it all going after about 15 minutes, wasn't it? It was a nice goal, actually. Frida Marnham found her on this near side, just inside the box. She cut inside Poppy Patterson and then curled a shot into that far corner. Brilliant goal it was. And Arsenal then went on to play some really, really nice football. The second goal was Caitlin Ford. It was a good move down the right-hand side. Emily Fox found Kim Little. She drilled it across the box. And there was Caitlin Ford to tuck it home to make it 2-0. And then soon after, Frida Marnham got the goal of the game from outside the box, curled it into the top corner from over on that left-hand side. A brilliant, brilliant goal. We could have had more. Caitlin Ford's at the post. There's been a couple of good saves from the Brighton goalkeeper. And quite honestly, Arsenal could be 5 or 6-0 up. But we'll take the 3-0, won't we? And enjoy it, because that was a very, very good first half. Joanne says, God, that was refreshingly enjoyable. It was, actually. That's a great way of describing it. Refreshingly enjoyable. Indeed, it was. Joanne says, Fox has been brilliant. She's not the only one. There's been a lot of good performances out there tonight for Arsenal. Greg says, great half. Need to keep the momentum going second half, indeed. Most exciting game so far. Well, the best Arsenal performance so far, absolutely, by a mile. this season. It could easily have been 5 or 6 there, couldn't it? Great stuff. Chan says more enjoyable game. Well, a much more enjoyable game. Yeah, cool. Well, you know, at the end of the day, you know, what we want to see is we want to see exciting football. We want to see goals. We want to see attacks. We want to see excitement. And that's exactly what Arsenal have got there. In fact, that free kick, it looked like the goalkeeper actually pushed it out from behind the line. That Beth Mead free kick at the end. But anyway, it wasn't given. I'm not sure if goal line technology is used in the WSL, is it? Even though obviously the technology is there at the Emirates. But anyway, it's 3-0 at half time. We quite enjoyed that, didn't we? We did enjoy that a lot. Now, of course, there is another game tonight in the WSL, which is Tottenham against Manchester City, as we said before. Let's have a look and see how that is going. It's probably not going too well for Spurs, is it? They're 2-0 down already. Bunny Shaw with 2 goals. In fact, the first goal after 1 minute, and then Bunny Shaw's got another one. That game, of course, kicked off later, so they've only played 20 minutes there. Man City are 2-0 up, probably heading to a victory there, you would imagine. Anyway, Andreas has been sending through some video clips for the vlog, so we'll get that up at some point for you over the weekend. Which is going to be good. Looking forward to seeing that, of course. Of course we are, because it's great, isn't it? Andreas's vlogs this season have been brilliant. If you haven't seen any of them, they're on the channel. Check them out. There's some great ones, particularly the last one. There's a guest appearance from Gunnosaurus, which is fantastic. So, yeah, some great stuff that Andreas is doing for us, as always. Terry says, to be fair, Brighton keeper has played well considering it's 3-0. Yeah, he's made a couple of good saves. Indeed. Regina says, hit the likes for more goals. Indeed, get those likes up. We'll get a load more goals. Roland says, I think it's ironic. The old guard is showing to the management that they don't need Mariona. The question, therefore, is, did the acquisition of Mariona disrupt their team chemistry? Well, that's a good, interesting point, because it's the first game she's missed this season since she came in, and it's the best performance. Now, is that just one of those strange coincidences that happen in football sometimes? You know, it does happen, doesn't it, where you see someone out and it makes you think, oh, is that the reason? And then Mariona comes back in and we win 5-0 in the next game, and it's like, well, that wasn't the reason. And it might not be the reason. Let's give it a little bit of time. But you could be right. Has it disrupted the chemistry in the team? I don't know. I certainly feel that Mariona hasn't quite settled in yet, and she hasn't maybe fitted in with the way we've been playing. And obviously, without her in the team tonight, for whatever reason, we don't know what the reason is, unless anybody knows. I haven't heard anything. Yeah, without her in the team, we look a lot. There does look to be a lot more chemistry there, but it could just be a coincidence. That might have happened anyway. But yeah, it is the old players or the more players that's played together for longer have got that chemistry, which I suppose is more understandable, isn't it? Because they've played together a lot more. Terry says Lordy is a legend. No, he absolutely is a legend. There's no doubt about that. LG says, I know we're 3-0 up, but can someone tell Kim that it's not a crime to pass the ball forward? Yes, she has tended to pass it safe, but maybe that's what her role is in the team now. So maybe that's what she's told to do. Grat says hi, 3-0 after first half. Indeed. From the little glimpses I got at 3-0, they didn't seem so happy after scoring the third. I don't like when they don't so enthusiastic. I don't know. I thought the third goal, they showed good enthusiasm because it was a great goal, wasn't it? Doesn't matter if you're up by 8, show happiness. It's also a bit condescending for the other team. I think. Well, no, I mean, I think that third goal by Frida, they showed a lot of celebrations. I thought for that goal, it was a great goal. But yeah, I mean, obviously, it was a great performance, but yeah, obviously Kim has tended to play the more simple balls, but you know that's what her job is in the team. But it's working, and I don't mind it too much. It's when we're not scoring and we're not getting the ball forward enough, we're not creating chances. That's when you then worry about, oh, you know, are we playing too many safe balls? So I don't know. I'm not too bothered when it works like this. Going forward, we've been brilliant in that first half. So we could have scored 5 or 6 goals. And this is a team that, okay, historically we've beaten very easily so many times. 5-0 last season, for example. But it's a Brighton team that have been playing really, really well this season. They were in the top. They were third coming into this game. So you know, they're no mugs, and we've played really, really well there. And that's a great performance. Randy says, I feel the passing in this game with Mariona was off by half a yard and it was nearly coming off, but not. And when she needed to pass, she dribbled to her. No, I agree. And I don't think Mariona's settled in yet. I don't think she's been playing that well. But let's not get too much on her back yet. She's a great player, and maybe she just needs time to settle. She's come to a new country, a different league. I think she's maybe been a little bit shocked maybe by how competitive the league is. Don't forget, coming from the Liga where Barcelona are winning games 8-0 quite regular, she's got a lot more time on the ball, a lot more space. And I think that she's having to adapt to the fact that in the WSL, you don't get that same time and space very often. You do have to work a lot harder. And maybe she's just adapting to that. And, I'm sure she'll get there. But, yeah, you're right. We've looked a lot better with her in the team, which is quite frustrating, really. LG says Leah's been superb with her long range pass. Well, yeah, but she always is. That's one of the great strengths of her game, isn't it? But she has been brilliant, as you say. Grat says, okay, maybe I caught them at the wrong moment because all I saw was the body language of there wasn't anything. Well, no, maybe that was a little bit of a joke because it was something very special, wasn't it? We know that. Greg says that half shows why women's football is better to watch them. It's absolutely 100%. When it's played like that, it definitely is much better to watch, and that's why we love it. Terry says, I still think we're playing well within themselves. Let's up the tempo and show our class. Yeah, I don't think we will now, though. I think because the game's won, quite often, isn't it? When you maybe 3-0 up at half time and the game's won, the second half you tend to just manage it better. You don't tend to play as risky football because you don't need to. So I wouldn't be surprised if it finished maybe 4-0. We might get one more in the second half. I'm not expecting us to, go on and score 6 or 7. I know maybe Chelsea would do, but the most important thing is winning the game now, isn't it? What we don't want to do is concede a silly goal at the start of the second half and then, suddenly it all collapse. Sola says there, we still need to shoot the ball from outside the box more often. Frida's goal says a lot about the importance of shooting from outside the box. Absolutely. And Frida does it the most, doesn't she? She always does, and she's brilliant at it, as we know. So, yeah, let's do a bit more of that. Would be great, wouldn't it? Herman says, Leah's passes are a work of art. They are a work of art. Leah's a work of art, let's be honest. Rajendra says, so the forwards, instead of being free to take the strike or pass into the box, they have to have defenders around. Yeah, I mean, you're right, absolutely. Frida, LG says there, Frida is no doubt our best shooter in the team. The only problem with her is lack of consistency. Well, it has been, but I do feel as though what's actually happened is this season, I think she's got that consistency. I think she's been really consistent with her performances. I think she's been good, and she's tonight as another great goal. She gets important goals, Frida. She does get important goals at important moments, and that's what she's done. So yeah, really, really pleased with how she's played. And they've all played well tonight so far. It's only half time, isn't it? Terry says, let's show Salty, what she's taking over. Indeed. I don't let Angie say that. LG says, Leah is a work of art. She's a work of art, there's no doubt. But what a great first half, by the way. Just amazing, brilliant. Much better than any of us anticipated. Well, maybe except for Greg and Terry, who both predicted a big Arsenal win last night on the show. I was a little bit more reserved, shall we say. But having said that, my prediction was 3-2. And as things stand, I could still be right if Brighton were to score 2 in the second half, which I wouldn't completely rule out. But let's hope they don't, because we don't want to go through the stress of them getting 2 goals back, do we? We want to have a nice, enjoyable second half where we can relax, enjoy the game, and not have to worry too much. There we go. Greg says, I expect a lot of changes early second half. Hope it doesn't ruin our flow. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. We probably will make a few. Hopefully Stina will come on as well. Mark C says, so that's also something I think the men's team should do. Absolutely, 100%, my friend. That's what we want to see in football. Football is... I can't remember who it was. Brian Clough springs to me, but I don't think it was Brian Clough. But football's a simple game, right? It's a simple game. It's about passing to your teammate, getting the ball towards the goal and having shots at goal, because that's how you score goals. And that's what football's all about, isn't it? And I think modern football has become far too complicated. It seems as though modern coaches, modern managers are too more interested in the statistical nature of the game and possession and phases of play and all this kind of stuff, right? Which is all well and good, but that's not what wins your game. What wins your games is getting the ball in the box, having shots at goal, and scoring goals, obviously. So, I want to see a lot more of that in the men's game and the women's game. Absolutely, it's become far too it's become far too technical, and I don't know, routiny. It's not spontaneous as much as it should be. So yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed about that. But anyway, let's see what the second half brings. Hopefully a bit more of that would be nice, wouldn't it? 170 Gala says Marnham has a great shot but doesn't have the ability on the ball. I disagree. I think she does have the ability on the ball. What she maybe doesn't have is what I was mentioned before, the consistency. She can be brilliant in moments. Other moments she can just give the ball away, can't control it. The next moment she's brilliant again. But this season, I feel when she's played, she's got that consistency better. I'm not saying it's always there. She still obviously she doesn't always make the right decisions or whatever, but that's improving. And I'd say it's more a consistency. I think she's got the ability. She just lacks the consistency to make the right choices at the right moments. She'll shoot instead of pass instead of shoot. Say her control sometimes lets her down, but she's getting better in that consistency side. And I think this season she's been good. I really do. And tonight she's been really good as well. So, let's praise her when we need to. And, there'll be plenty of time to criticise her again, I'm sure. LG says Kirby wishes he was still at Chelsea. Yes, she probably does. I mean, she's tried, Frank Kirby. She's picked up some nice little pockets of space on the pitch, but she's just got nothing around her. She just doesn't be able to create anything, do anything, really. Colin says, only a matter of time before we get 5. Well, you'd imagine so. It looked like it, didn't it, in that first half? I thought we was going to get 5 or 6, but didn't quite happen, did it? But we've still got loads of time to get some more. Matty says, we've got a good chance to get our goal difference up today. Another 4 goals and we'll catch up to City. Well, yeah, maybe we could do a few more, actually. Regenda says, Gunnosaurus is being better by the young penalty takers who are also striking super. And they always have that at half-time, don't they? Gunnosaurus. Of course, Andreas' new best friend, Gunnosaurus, of course. LG says, Arteta is the poster child of what's wrong with modern football. Now, that is my comment of the day. Absolutely right. 100% agree with you. I think it started with Pep. I think Pep was the original poster boy for it, wasn't he? Back in his Barcelona days. And of course, Arteta has just taken it on and has sort of taken over that mantle a little bit. Terry says, yeah, it was Cloughy. Yeah, I think Cloughy just came to my mind when that quote came into my head, but I think a few people have probably said it over the years. Mark C says the football has become robotic in some way. No, it has, exactly. That's what it is. It's very choreographed. I say this about the men's team all the time. When we play football, it looks like synchronized swimming. Everybody's got to do the same thing at the same time. And Arteta's directing it all from the sidelines, isn't he? And it's not spontaneous at all. And that's one of the reasons why so many really talented players have left Arsenal, because they're never going to be able to play the game that they want to play, their natural game, which is to get the ball, maybe run and dribble, beat people, shoot. And that's what it's about, isn't it? And you're right, it has become far too robotic. Colin says, play outfield, not out from the back all the time. Exactly, yeah, that playing out from the back is part of modern football that we don't like. Sola says, what I also notice is that the girls are moving the ball quickly, which is absolutely superb to watch and is disrupting the opposition. Absolutely 100% correct. Terry agrees with Mark 100% indeed. Gabrielle says, Mustafi is the best centre-back in the world. Changed my mind. Well, no, I'm with you. I agree. I think he was fantastic. Megan says, let's hope the rhythm they found today creates some momentum going forward. Well, we're starting to get a little bit of momentum going, aren't we? We played well at Man U. Yes, we didn't win. We beat West Ham. We beat Valerenga. We're starting to build some momentum, aren't we? But yeah, we want to see more performances like this. Mark C says, Gabriel, if you've been drinking. Matty says, annoyingly robotic. Football needs more George Bonita moments. Indeed. Roland says, Mariona's situation is a bit like Mbappe at Madrid. He brought in a player that was playing in a similar position to an existing star. Plus, it doesn't help that Caitlin is McCabe. But, well, yeah, exactly. That probably doesn't really help her. Regenda says the junior gunners have been striking superbly. And that's the next lot of players, isn't it? Grat says, well, the same time last night for Diff, they stood at 2 metres from the box, an open gateway to goal, but they didn't look to shoot. Instead, they... actually, with the second half back underway, actually, some like possession is more important. Yeah, exactly. Seems like possession. You're right. Yeah. Matty says second half, Vamos indeed. Greg says after that first half display, it's a shame Sunday's on the horizon. Yeah, well, we'll worry about Sunday on Sunday, mate. Let's just enjoy this for now, shall we? Arsenal are attacking the goal to our left in this second half, which is, of course, the North Bank, which is the end where always traditionally was where most of the goals used to be scored at Highbury. It seemed that way. Not so much at the Emirates. It seems to be more evenly split now, doesn't it? I don't know if was there maybe a slope on the pitch at Highbury it went all that way. Anyway, Frida Minham now looking for another goal. In fact, she finds Leslie Russo. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in. Oh, no Arsenal player attacking that 6-yard box. It is going to come all the way across to Caitlin Ford over on that far side. She's playing on the right actually now. Beth Mead's going back over there again, so maybe they'll switch back. Anyway, Emily Fox now plays the ball in to Leah Volti, does well, finds Kim Little. And again, she doesn't pass the ball forward, passes it back, going back to LG's point from before. Leah Williamson will pass it forward, I'm sure, but not this time. She finds Steph Catley square. There's a little forward pass to Frida Marnham. Now finds Katie McCabe on this near side. Arsenal starting the second half as we finish the first. Herman says Jill Rod scored as well for Man City as a midfielder. Yeah, but we don't want to hear about that, do we? We want to worry about our own players that play for us now, not players that used to play for us. One of which, of course, Nikita Parris is playing for Brighton tonight. Not that she's had much of the ball. Mark C says, come on, girls, improve that goal difference. Indeed, improve that goal difference. Would be nice. Well, we've improved it by 3 already, haven't we? Let's try and improve it a bit more. You're right. And Grat says, yeah, okay, see you again after the second. Indeed, we will, my friend. Anyway, Brighton have just got an injury. It is that Poppy Patterson's gone down inside the penalty area? It looks like that might be the end of her evening, actually. She's done quite well for Brighton. Terry says, don't worry, Greg, it's supposed to be raining and freezing cold as well, so a miserable day before the Chelsea game. Is it really? Oh, that's a shame. I've got a 10K run on Sunday. I'm hoping the weather's going to be quite nice. Anyway, we'll worry about the weather when we need to, I suppose. Anyway, Poppy Patterson's gone down inside the penalty area. She's receiving some treatment now and not quite sure what the problem is. We're going to have a bit more injury time at the end of this second half, aren't we? But it's been a fast start to the second half from Arsenal. You know, we've come out looking fired up as well. You know, as we were in that first half, and Frida Marnham enjoying some moments there with the referee. Not quite sure what was going on there, but it seemed to be quite. Maybe she's just talking about a goal. Maybe. Virginia says injury seems to be serious. Well, it seems to be fairly serious. I don't think it's that serious. She's getting some treatment on the pitch. There doesn't seem to be any sign of a stretcher. So we'll see what happens, but hopefully she's going to be okay. Is it a knee injury or is it ankle? It's difficult to tell from the angles that we can see, but I'm not sure if she's going to be able to continue in this game. I don't know how serious the injury is. Actually, it's not Poppy Patterson. It's Maria Torres-Dottir. Poppy Patterson's over there chatting to the goalkeeper, Sophie Bagali. The players are just trying to keep warm. Just coming out for the second half. They haven't quite got in their rhythm yet. Anyway, she's back on her feet again, Maria Torres-Dottir. And she's obviously come over to this near side, of course. Just does a little handshake there with Katie McCabe. He's going to be a throw to Arsenal. I'm not sure if Torres-Dottir is going to be able to continue. Matty says there, Greg, have a few pints before the game, numb the pain. It's probably a good idea, isn't it? You know, Brighton have made that substitution. And it is Rachel McLaughlin to come on, the Scot for Maria Torres. They didn't have a great game anyway. I didn't feel Torres-Dottir tonight. I don't know if she was struggling a bit in injury before, but she's gone off now. And Rachel McLaughlin is on there also coming forward again on this near side. Katie McCabe into Leah Volti, chips the ball in towards Frida Marnham. Couldn't quite get it under control. Difficult ball, actually, it was to her. And Brighton can clear it away, but not for very long because Steph Catley's in. And then she's fouled by Madison Haley, and it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal on this near side. It's going to be Katie McCabe with it. Takes it quickly, actually. Caitlin Ford, can she get the cross in from this near side? She can. It's a decent ball. Looking for Beth Mead, but she's crowded out. Leslie Russo, shots blocked. They haven't cleared it away. Frida's in. Oh, it's over the bar from inside the 6-yard box. Deflected over. And that is going to be a corner to Arsenal. Wow, Brighton just couldn't get that ball away, could they? Beth was in there. Leslie Russo was in there. It wouldn't quite fall for us, would it? Then it did fall to Frida Marnham, and she had to rush the shot under pressure. It's got a deflection, actually. And it's gone over the top for a corner to Arsenal, very nearly 4-0. We've played 5 minutes in the second half. Well, we haven't really because there's been those injury problems. Anyway, it's a corner now, which Katie McCabe's going to take over on that far side. It's a decent delivery to the near post. Header comes in from Leah Williamson, but she couldn't keep it down. And it's gone over the top for a goal kick. Greg says Patterson should be England's left back. I agree. I think we've got a problem in left back position. And, you know, we've got an English left back who's a very good player. So let's get her in the squad and get her in the team. So give her a go, I would say. I think she's a very good player. Got a great left foot. gives us that balance. Matty says, so close. Regina says, when the Reds go marching in, indeed, it will be in amongst cinema. I don't know what you mean by that. Anyway, Terry says, indeed, that was close. It was close. But the momentum that we had in the first half is still with us. We haven't lost it during the break, which is good to see. Steph Catley bringing a ball forward up this near side. That's a good ball. Finds Katie McCabe. Can she get across the hill? She cuts inside well, plays it to the edge of the penalty area. It's Leah Volti with the effort. Tried to chip it into the top corner. Not quite as accurate as Frida Marnham's in the first half. It is going to be a goal kick to Brighton. But again, Arsenal playing some good football, and it ends with an effort at goal as well, which is what we want to see. It's all very well playing some nice possession football. It doesn't lead anywhere. But in this game, nice possession football's leading to opportunities at goal, isn't it? Leading to shots at goal. And we have played so well. Brighton playing it out from the back, and Arsenal's pressure leads to a mistake again, and Arsenal win the ball back. And Brighton have struggled to make any inroads into this game because they're just trying to play it out from the back. And every time we're pressuring them, winning it back, and it's coming straight back at them all the time. Anyway, Arsenal trying to come for, Beth Mead let that ball run, or did she let it run, or did she just miscontrol it? Either way, it almost fell to Leah Volti. Terry says, Leah Volti scores one goal, and now it's gone to her head. Yeah, she had a couple of big shots against Man U last week, didn't she? Almost scored another one. But she's got a one goal for the season, so she's unlikely to get any more, let's be honest. But who knows? She might go on a goal scoring spree this season. Sometimes it happens, doesn't it? You'll see a player, look at their career, they score like one goal every 2 seasons, and then one season they'll score 4 or 5 goals. And it's like, where did that come from? But it can happen sometimes, can't it? Maybe this will be Leah Volti's season for it, because she seems to be having shots from the edge of the box a little bit more now. Leah Williamson puts a long ball forward up that far side, looking for Beth Mead, just overhit slightly, actually. Saying how great first half long balls were, that one just slightly overhit. Brighton get a throw, but again, they're trying to pass it around at the back. They don't look very comfortable doing it, do they? Vicky Lasada touches it off. This is better, though, from Brighton. They have managed to get the ball forward. The substitute, Rachel McLaughlin, bringing it forward. But it's just a bad pass. Frank Kirby was looking for it in front of her. It went behind her. Leah Williamson picked it up, and now Kim Little inside the centre circle plays it square to Emily Fox. Matty says, you reckon Kafazi could come on and score? Would love her to get one. Well, she certainly could do. If she comes on, she's going to be a threat. Stina as well. Anyway, lovely 1-2 there between Caitlin Ford and Frida Marnham. Those two have linked up well tonight. Both got themselves a goal as well. But that's good defending, actually, by Rachel McLaughlin. And then Caitlin Ford commits the foul. Terry says, get safe hands off and Stina. And what put Stina in goal? I don't think that would work, would it? Actually, we don't need a goalie, really, do we? Because, I mean, Manu Zinsberg has had nothing to do. Which, in a way, is probably a bit frustrating for her. She hasn't played for a while. She gets to play a game and she doesn't get anything to do. But having said that, of course, if she can keep a clean sheet, regardless of whether you have a save to make or not, is irrelevant. You get the clean sheet statistic, don't you? And it looks good. So I'm sure she won't mind too much. But yeah, I'm sure she would love to make a save or two. I'm sure she would love to be able to show what she can do, having been out of the team for such a long time. Anyway, again, Brighton have tried to come forward again. Their final ball's not been good. Arsenal have just picked it off. And we can now get the ball back to Maddie Zinsberg, who actually went out feet, well outside the penalty area. Not had a shot to save the Arsenal goalkeeper. One cross she had to catch. That was it. And I say a few little clearances. Anyway, this ball now at that far side. Beth Mead plays it into midfield. Kim Little touches it on to Leah Volti. Just ran away from a little bit. Leah Volti goes the long way around Madison Haley. Doesn't quite get there and then commits a foul. But Brighton are in possession. In fact, they're not now. They are, but the referee has now given a free kick as Madison Haley is struggling to get back up. That was quite a firm challenge there from Leah Volti. And Arsenal making 3 substitutions now. 3 substitutions. Leah Cadena, Kyra Cooney-Cross, and the Stina is coming on. It is Stina time. Kim Little's going off for Kyra Cooney-Cross. I mean, Kim Little had a tidy game in there today. Yes, not spectacular, but a tidy game nonetheless. Emily Fox is going off as well. I think Leah Cadena is going to go in and play right back, which is an option for her, of course. And is it going to be Leslie Russo to come off, or are we going to go all out and play 2 up top? Let's have a look and see. We're about to find out. Oh, it's Frida Marnham going off. So we are going to play the 2 up top. Well, I think Leslie's going to drop into that number 10 position. Great game from Frida tonight. A lovely goal as well. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. But Stina's on. So we don't care because it's time for Stina. Matty says KCC, Lewis Pink Socks as well. We love Kyra, don't we? We do love Kyra, but I love Stina. She's come on, so I'm happy about that. Love to see her get a goal. She's not scored this season, Stina. She's had a couple of good assists as well, but she hasn't managed to get herself a goal. She's hit the woodwork a couple of times, and she's playing quite well when she's come on, but it's not quite fell for in front of goal. I've got a feeling tonight might be the night where she opens her account for the season. She's working hard up there already, pressing the goalkeeper. Brighton insisting on trying to play it from the back. Now they do go long, but Leah Williamson's there, and Kyra Cooney-Cross gets her first touch. Terry says, bloody hell, bringing these three on has really weakened our team. Yeah, it has, yeah. What a great substitution. What a great squad we've got. I think it just shows the strength and depth that we've got. Anyway, Kyra Cooney-Cross recently got her 50th cap for Australia. Incredible. She's only, 21 years old. Brilliant stuff. Leah Williamson's ball out that far side. Finds Beth Mead. Does well, actually, Beth Mead under pressure. It wasn't the easiest ball to control. And she's ended up under pressure there, but it has gone out for a throw to Brighton over on that far side. We've played 57 minutes at the Emirates. Arsenal 3, Brighton 0. All the goals did come in the first half, but we played well in the second half as well. Not quite managed to get that flow yet. The game's been a little bit more stoppy-starty, hasn't it, since half-time? A few more free kicks and not so much. Anyway, Stina's done well, picks the ball off there, the defender. Oh, it wasn't a great layoff, though, unfortunately. And now Brighton can come forward, but not for long because Katie McCabe sticks her foot in, as you expect her to do. And then Leslie Russo wins the ball, won the free kick, and it is going to be a set piece to Arsenal just on halfway. So the changes there for Arsenal, good changes. Terry says, come on, chat button, hit that like and subscribe. Yeah, come on, we're less than 100 subscribers away from 3,000, guys. We want to get there before Christmas. What a great Christmas present that would be for the channel, to get to 3,000 subscribers. We're not far away, so we just need less than 100 now. So if you are watching, you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It doesn't cost anything, and it's going to help the channel, and it will help us to get to 3,000, which would be fantastic, wouldn't it? Anyway, Stina again trying to put the goalkeeper under pressure. Rushes her clearance a little bit. Oh, it's going to fall to, almost fell to Leslie Russo. But Arsenal do pick the ball up. It's going to come to Stina on the edge of the box. Now it's come to, that looks like a nasty foul there. In fact, is she giving a free kick to Brighton? Surely not. Is that Beth Mead who's on the ground? Was that a foul by Beth Mead, actually? It might have been. It was quite an aggressive tackle between both the players, actually. And it is Beth Mead that's gone down. Oh, yeah, Beth Mead did go in late there on Garibaldi. Sounds like Gary Baldy biscuits. Matty says Stina's first touch is criminal. No, I mean, she did a bad one there. But they just come on. It's difficult coming off the bench, isn't it? It takes a few minutes to get going and get your touch on the ball right. You know, and I think she's been doing well this season. So I want to see her get a goal. Anyway, Brighton again trying to come forward. Not a great ball, and Katie McCabe picks it off, but she maybe did too much. In fact, she was fouled. It looked like she was fouled, and it is going to be a free kick, which Arsenal have taken quickly, but too quickly. Caitlin Fall's got the ball on his near side, but it's going to have to come back again. And anyway, Matty, I'm not having you saying nasty things about Stina. You're not allowed. You'll be put in a sin bin if you're saying nasty things about Stina, because it's a criminal offence these days. Anyway, Leah Williamson plays a long ball up this near side. Caitlin Ford. Oh, she tried to get it into the path of Steph Catley. She has. Can Steph Catley get the cross in? She does. It finds Stina at the near post. Shot on the turn, blocked. Oh, that was a really good first touch there from Stina at the near post. She got a shot away as well, but it was blocked. And now Brighton trying to come forward. But again, Fran Kirby's looking frustrated with the fact that she's just not getting the ball. And Arsenal coming forward again. Kyra Cooney crossover on that far side. That's a good ball. It's going to find Stina just on the edge of the penalty. The goalie was out quickly there. Sophie Bagali cleared it away. And Brighton back in possession. But the game just got a little bit stretched there, didn't it, for a brief moment there. Brighton trying to come forward. And then Arsenal on the counter-attack. Kyra Cooney crosses ball there. Almost creating an opportunity for Stina Blackstenius. The goalkeeper was out quickly on the edge of the box. We played an hour at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 3, Brighton 0. Okay, the second half hasn't quite caught fire as the first half did yet. Arsenal still playing well, though, and we are 3-0 up and cruising, it seems, to a very, very important 3 points as we move into a really important stage of the season. Champions League, of course, midweek against Juventus. We'll be here for that game. Before that, we've got the men on Sunday away at Chelsea, which we know is going to be a very difficult game, especially the way they've been playing. But the women haven't been playing that well lately. In fact, Leah Cadena has gone into centre-back. So my guess would be, who's playing right back then? Have we gone free at the back maybe? Anyway, Brighton have just picked up the ball. We'll wait about that in a minute. Just that Brighton haven't really come forward since we made the sub, so it's been difficult to know what the back line is. In fact, I think we have gone free at the back. Steph Catley now is going to close down Fran Kirby, who's got the ball. She moves quickly when she needs to, Fran Kirby. She's not the quickest player, but she did well there. Plays the ball back in to Patterson, and the shot's going to come in from Poppy Patterson. Is it? No, it isn't. Goes out instead to Seika, the Japanese winger, puts a cross in, over hit. And it's going to go a bit high, and Fran Kirby applauds that ball, even though it was nowhere near her, really. Herman says, I hope Arsenal thing we get the game in the bag. Now, I'm sure we will. Matty says, I think we've gone through it in the back. Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I've just sort of realised that now. Looks like Leah Williamson, Steph Catley and Leah Cadena. So we're pushing on the kind of wider players, aren't we? Katie McKay's pushing into midfield a little bit more. And Caitlin forward as well. Anyway, Brighton trying to come forward now inside the centre circle. Kyra Cooney-Cross wins the ball, but she doesn't because the referee gives a free kick. And a little bit too keen there, Kyra, to win the ball, although she did well. Anyway, Brighton have taken a free kick quickly. Capaldi's got it over on that far side. Plays it back to Bergson, plays it up this long ball there, but Steph Catley's there. Oh, and then she ran into Madison Haley there. Surely that's a foul. Surely that's a yellow card as well on Steph Catley. And she's gone down in the penalty area. That was quite a firm challenge there. Leah Williamson comes across not very happy with the American. Made that challenge. It is a yellow card. I think rightly so. I think the referee actually has done quite well tonight overall. Not too many controversies. I mean, I don't think Madison Haley actually meant that in the way that it was. She kind of ran into Steph Catley a little bit. But it was a painful one. And she's got herself a yellow card, the American there. It's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Steph's back on her feet again. So you don't even need trainers coming in. When women go down, women get injured, you don't often get a trainer on there. You know, probably 4 out of every 5 times they go down, they just get up again. Sometimes they'll have a little rest for 2 minutes and get up again. They don't need a trainer on, do they? And I know, people will say, well, it's because the challenges aren't as firm. Well, they're not, but you know, a woman tackling a woman is no different really to a man tackling a man, is it? You know, just the strength is the same in relation, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And you know, these women are athletes; they're strong athletes. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing, but obviously, women are just maybe a little bit tougher, aren't they? I think women have always been tougher than men in a lot of ways, haven't they? Okay, men are stronger, but I think women are tougher, and I think the two things need to be separated sometimes. Being strong doesn't make you tough; it just means you're strong. I think women are tougher than men. I think they have to be. Anyway, Steph Catley now on this near side, pushing forward for Arsenal, finds Leah Vulty. Or a loose touch from Leah Vulty, unusual for her. Normally, she's very assured on the ball, but she wasn't there, and Brighton have picked up possession. And that ball's pinged over to that far side, finds Poppy Patterson again. That's a good ball up the line, actually looking for Seika. Can she keep it in? A little Japanese winger, she can. Kyra Cooney-Cross has come across. In fact, she's almost playing as a right back. You know, the shot comes in. Oh, a good save from Manu Zinsberger. She finally had to make a save. It has taken 65 minutes. And she'll be pleased about that, I think, because she hasn't had much to do. She hasn't had a chance to prove her worth. And the shot came in there from the edge of the box, similar position to where Frida Marnham scored from in the first half. A lower shot. Manu's got down to her left, pushed it behind. It is a corner. Greg says their jaws are definitely tougher. Matty says, yes, Manu, indeed. It's a good save, but it's a corner. Vicky Lasada is going to take it for Brighton on this near side. Their first corner of the game. Comes in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. We've had trouble from corners before. Leah Cadena does well, and then Leslie Russo boots that ball clear. It's going to be a throw to Brighton over on that far side, midway through the second half. Arsenal 3, Brighton 0. I think there's no doubt Arsenal have won this game. Terry says there aren't many real men left in football who won't take it out. Well, I don't think it's just that really. I think women have always been tougher than men, not necessarily physically stronger, and that's the difference that I think I'm talking about. Obviously, men are physically stronger than women in general. Although I saw a video on YouTube of some woman doing lifts with a car, so I mean she's pretty strong. She's stronger than most men, but in general, men are stronger physically, but women are tougher, definitely. And I said, I think they've always needed to be. Anyway, so throw to Brighton over on that far side. They're looking for a goal back. Nikita Paris, that's a good ball actually. And suddenly Brighton looking a little bit more threatening. Another shot from the inside the box. It's a crossbar. And again, it is Saker there for Brighton. And she almost scored a minute ago. She's come even closer there. Very similar position actually. Managed to get the shot away. And it was going in as well. Manu was beaten, but it's hit the woodwork and gone over. And Brighton could have scored those 2 goals that I predicted they would. But they haven't scored either of them. But it's been a shaky couple of minutes for Arsenal. You know, it's a goal kick. Leah Williamson takes it, finds Leia Cadena, puts under a bit of pressure by Frank Kirby, finds Manu Zinsberger, gets it back. Leia Cadena plays it up the near side. Steph Catley. And Steph Catley's put under pressure, does find Leia Cadena again. Nice feet from her, but she's given the ball away, and then Frank Kirby's offside. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal. Greg says, Manu, player of the match. Yeah, probably. Which Pinksock said, saved by the woodwork. We were. And Terry says, come on, girls, wakey, wakey. Yeah, we've just gone into a little bit of a, we've just taken our focus slightly, haven't we, in the last couple of minutes. And Brighton could easily have got a goal or 2 back. Herman says, I meant, doesn't think that the game is in the bag. No, absolutely. Well, I think we maybe thought it was in the bag, and it should be in the bag. But we've just had a shaky few minutes, and now Brighton have got their tails up a little bit here. It's the best they've played in this game, Brighton, so far. And they've just given the ball away. We said that. Stina Blackstenius now inside the centre circle, bringing it forward. It's a good ball outside to Beth Mead. Stina gets herself back into the box. Can we get the cross in? Kyra Cooney crosses, following it up. Played back instead to Katie McCabe. Maybe she should have crossed it. She didn't. She managed to keep possession, though. Finds Leia Cadena. Now it's with Steph Catley on this nest. Also let the ball run across her body, which maybe wasn't the best option there. And Madison Haley's got in the way. The referee says play on. Caitlin Ford plays it towards Steen. It wasn't a great ball, actually. And it's gone out for a goal kick to Brighton. 68 minutes played. Arsenal 3, Brighton 0. Fairly comfortable routine Arsenal victory still, isn't it? Despite that little flurry there from Brighton, which was causing us 1 or 2 little moments there that we're thinking, oh, that's not what we want to see. But in the end, fairly comfortably dealt with. Brighton again, they've insisted on playing it out from the back, Brighton, haven't they? Even though it's got them into a lot of problems in this game. And they've just given the ball away again, this time on halfway. Leia Cadena finds Kyra Cooney cross. Herman says, I don't like this. We need 2 more goals. Well, I don't know if we need 2 more goals. I can't see Brighton coming back into it, but it's just been it happens in games, doesn't it? When you're so much in control, sometimes it's easy just to lose your focus just for a few minutes. Other teams have got quality; they're gonna be able to punish her, and that almost happened there, didn't it? But we got away with it, and Leia Cadena's got away with that there under pressure from Frank Kirby. Manu Zinsberger almost made a mess of that, but manages to clear the ball away, and now it's a throw to Arsenal on the near side, and it's going to be Steph Catley to take it. Miss Pinksock says 2 more goals. Well, let's get 1 more goal first, and then worry about a second one. Anyway, Steph Catley's trying to come forward out of his near side. Good defending though from Rachel McLaughlin. Plays it up this near side. Leia Cadena steps in well, and then Caitlin Ford finds Katie McCabe. Touches it into Kyra Cooney cross. Katie McCabe gets it back again, and then plays it forward into Wallstina Blackstenius. Does well there. Nice touch, lays it off. Russo, this is good play from Arsenal. If we can get a goal out at the end of this would be a great move. But Beth Mead's ball kind of breaks it down. But Leslie Russo's picked it up, does well. Plays it back to Katie McCabe. Now it's with Leah Williamson inside the centre circle. Finds Leia Cadena on this near side. Brings the ball forward. That's a decent ball to Steph Catley. Can she get the cross in? She does get the cross in. Oh, it's headed away. And Kyra Cooney cross will pick it up. Midway inside the Brighton half finds Beth Mead. Almost let the ball run away from her. Poppy Patterson come across, so she goes back to Katie McCabe. That's a decent cross in. It's going to come all the way through to Caitlin Ford. She's bound to score. Oh, somehow it's saved. Steena's in and it's cleared away. Oh, almost a 4th goal from Arsenal. Not quite sure what Brighton were doing there. Caitlin Ford came in and Somehow Brighton managed to scramble it away. The goalkeeper's now gone down injured. And it was very almost a fourth goal there for Arsenal. Katie McCabe's cross it was. Caitlin Ford came in and it just wouldn't quite fall for a good save actually by the goalkeeper. And it was a clearance there. Stina was coming in to tap it home. Good defending. That was Rachel McLaughlin there. And the goalie's gone down injured now. Sophie Bagali. We're into the last 20 minutes. Arsenal fully in control of this game. Heading for what would be a really, really important 3 points. Looks like a knee injury for the goalkeeper there. Gabrielle says chances should have been 4 or 5. It should have been, absolutely should have been. Terry says Old Safe Hands is playing like she's a goalkeeper today. Exactly, yeah. Matty says, I wonder who Renee brings on next. Kafaji, Woobenmoy, Hertig and Cool still on the bench. My guess is Hertig, actually, and maybe Kafaji as well. But you don't want to disrupt the shape of the team too much because we don't want to give Brighton a goal, do we? They've already threatened a couple of times. We don't want to see them score, do we? Because that just wouldn't be any fun at all. Anyway, Caitlin Ford has now gone off. Anyway, Hertig, come on, here we go. You see, I said it'd be Hertig. And Caitlin Ford's gone off. Great game from Caitlin Ford. She got herself another goal, our top scorer this season, of course. And Lena Hertig, good to see her back. Can she produce some great performances that we know she's capable of, but not always managed to produce for Arsenal for one reason or another? But let's hope tonight's the night where we see the best of Caitlin Ford. Of Lena Hertig. Caitlin Ford has gone off. We've seen the best of her tonight. A great goal and another really good all-round performance as well, which is, of course, what we want to see. Great stuff indeed. Now, let's see if we can get some more goals, shall we? Because, let's be honest, we should have scored a few more. Anyway, the goalkeeper's still down. She's now back on her feet again. And hopefully she's going to be fit to continue. She's played well, actually, the Brighton goalkeeper, Sophie Bagali. She's not the tallest, is she? And she did get chipped, of course, in that first half from Frida Marnham. Terry says, played 40 indeed. Matty says, Hertig. Aaron says, when does Arsenal ladies get new money? Well, I don't know about new money. They need to get a bit more money, don't they? I'm sure they will. You know, playing at the Emirates is helping, but of course, the ridiculous decision that was made by the club to prioritise the men's game against Crystal Palace over the Bayern Munich game tends to show you that no one's really that interested in women's football, let's be honest. Not enough to make the right decisions. I mean, we are obviously here, but not enough people at the club and in football in general. They make a lot of noise about women's football, don't they? Oh, yes, we love women's football. We want to support women's football. But actually, when it comes down to it, money is more important. And, of course, there's more money in the men's game. Of course there is at the moment. And it'll always stay like that while they've got them attitudes, won't it? Which is why it's always going to be an uphill battle. But, you know, Arsenal playing like this tonight is a good way to get people on board with women's football, isn't it? Because it's been a very good performance. It's been a good game to watch as well. And there's been some good goals as well. Let's hope we can get one or two more before the end. Because we could do with a couple more. Anyway, Brighton again are giving it away. Ball played out to that far side to Beth Mead. Can she get the ball into the near post? Almost she does. It's a good defending actually there by Cara Pold. It's going to be a corner to Arsenal. Matty says, not going to lie, I love how brave Renee has been with her in-game management. No, she has. I mean, some really good substitutions. It's going for it, isn't she? But I mean, you're in a good position at 3-0 up. You can maybe take those risks more when you're 3-0 up. Because you've got that luxury of doing it, haven't you? Which is good. Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal, which Katie McCabe's going to take over on that far side. We're coming down towards the last 15 minutes here at the Emirates Stadium. It's not a big crowd for the Emirates, but it's a decent enough crowd for a Friday night when Brighton are the opposition. So well done to everybody at the Emirates tonight. Anyway, Katie McCabe's corner in towards the near post. It's a header from Lena Hertig. It's gone in. Oh, and I think Lena Hertig's got a goal. What a great moment that is for her. She hasn't played much football in the last year and a half. She's popped up with a goal, a header at the near post. It seemed to take a deflection on the way in, and the defender tried to clear it off the line. But Lena Hurt is going to claim that. She deserves that as well. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Great to see. The great celebrations of the players as well. They're so happy for her. Yeah, that's Lena Hurt's goal. It was her header. The goalkeeper couldn't quite get a touch to it. The defender couldn't quite manage to get it off the line. It's definitely Lena Hurtig's goal. It is 4-0. and maybe that'll open the floodgates up now in these last 15 minutes. So just coming out, it's probably her first touch. Matty says yes. Terry says yes. Matty says Hurtig indeed. The crowd would have been bigger tonight if the kickoff wasn't. So no, I agree. Yeah, kickoff at 7 o'clock when people have got work and stuff and school for kids and stuff is not ideal, is it? I'm not quite sure who makes these decisions sometimes. It's crazy, isn't it? But the people that have made it to the Emirates tonight will be glad that they did, because it's been a really good game, a great Arsenal performance. It is now Arsenal 4, Brighton 0. We did beat them 5-0 last year, and maybe we're going to beat them 5-0 again. And Lena Hurtig now is buzzing, of course, having got that goal, and has managed to win Arsenal a throw on this near side, which Steph Catley is going to take. Brilliant moment that for Lena Hurtig. Wow, great stuff. Terry said, I was just about to say great. So it looked like it was going to be, didn't it? Matty says, anyone know if Arteta's at the Emirates tonight? Well, he won't be, will he? He definitely won't be. Because like the rest of the people in high places at the club in the men's team, they're not interested in the women's team, really, are they? They're just not interested. Even though they might learn something, some of them. And you're right, Mikel Arteta might well learn something, how to play attacking football and how to score goals and how to shoot and stuff like that. Anyway, Arsenal coming forward again. Steph Catley on this near side, who's playing more of as a left back now. And she's done really well, actually. She had a good game tonight, Steph Catley. And I didn't mean to... when I said I didn't really want to see her playing centre back, it's not because of her. I think she's a great player. I love Steph Catley, but she's much better when she can maraud up and down this left-hand side. Anyway, they've given the ball away again. Brighton, Beth Mead finds Stina Blackstenius tried to get it back to Beth Mead, and again Brighton are getting themselves in a bit of a muddle trying to play it out from the back. Terry says Arteta's at church praying he don't get the sack on Sunday. Well, he's not going to get the sack on Sunday, is he? Regardless of what happens. Anyway, Seka's going forward over on that far side. He's been Brighton's best attacking player, their little Japanese winger. There's no doubt about that. Come the closest to scoring. Probably had their only 2 shots at goal. But look lively every time she's had the ball. Other than that, Brighton haven't really played particularly well. But we haven't let them because we've pressed them so high. We've forced mistakes. And we are 4-0 up. And you can't say that flatters us, because it doesn't at all. It doesn't flatter us at all. It's pretty much fully deserved. And there's going to be a foul over on that far side on Beth Mead by Poppy Patterson. See, that's probably a yellow card as well, if we're totally honest. But, I suppose we'll let that go for the time being. It was a foul on Beth Mead. And it's going to be a free kick to Arsenal just over on that far side. About 10 yards in from the touchline. Arsenal, and now Kafaji is coming on. Rosa Kafaji is coming on at 4-0. And who's going off? Beth Mead's going off, actually. So there you go. It just shows the quality we've got in our squad, doesn't it? Greg says 2 more needed. Well, yeah, I'm sure we might get 1 more now. Matty says, I swear he could have learned a whole lot tonight. Oh, he probably could have done, but he's too stubborn to learn anything anyway. He thinks he's right about everything, doesn't he? Aaron says, who is getting Arsenal ladies managers? Or we don't know yet. We're going to find out. So Matty says Kafaji. Mido done well. Mido did do well. Of course, it was her goal that kicked us all off tonight, didn't it? Got the ball rolling. Lovely goal it was. Anyway, Rosa Kafaji's after that ball over on the far side. But it's going to run behind. Good defending there from Karapoldi. It's going to be a goal kick. Terry says Rosa's good for a goal tonight. She's always good for a goal, isn't she? You just fancy she might score every time she gets the ball. And she's going to get herself 11 or 12 minutes tonight, whatever stoppage time is going to be as well. And Arsenal are cruising to a very, very impressive 3 points. The ball's gone out for a throw to Brighton over on that far side. It went off Rosa Kafaji. And Brighton trying to play that from the back again. Almost give the ball away. Just got away with that one. But they won't get away with this one because Leia Cadena steps in, finds Leslie Russo. That's a nice turn. Playing a bit deeper. Leslie now, since the substitution, since Frida Marnan went off, she got herself a great goal tonight as well. Kyra Cooney cross finds Stina Blackstenius, and Lena Hurtig was almost in again. Good defending though from Brighton. Good to see Lena get herself a goal. And that was nearly a poor ball out there from Leia Cadena, but Manu Zinsberger's there, a clearance up that far side, finds Leslie Russo, touches it off to Katie McCabe, then plays it forward to Rosa Kafaji. Lovely turn from Rosa over on that far side. She's done really well, really well. Can she get the cross in? She's tackled. It's going to be a goal kick, actually. It looked like it was going to be a corner for a minute. Matty says, Terry, please say a prayer for Stina while you're at the church. She needs a goal. She does need a goal. But Deborah says 23,000 approximately will be there in the numbers when the Red Army march. And yeah, I mean, it's a decent crowd for a Friday night, isn't it? Against a team like Brighton that obviously aren't the most attractive of opposition, even though they're sitting third in the table. So I'm pretty pleased with that. Attendance actually is pretty good. So well done to everybody for making the journey tonight, cheering on the girls to what's been a really good performance and what is going to be a very good victory. Could be more goals here. Kyra Cooney-Cross bringing the ball forward. She's not closed down, actually. Maybe she can try a shot from distance. Oh, she tried to lay the ball off, and maybe the shot might have been a better option in the end. And that ball's played back to the goalkeeper, Sophie Bagali. And again, they're trying to play it out from the back, Brighton. And again, they look in a little bit shaky doing it. Arsenal's pressing has caused them so many problems. We're into the last 8.5 minutes of normal time. And again, Brighton are giving the ball away. Lena Hurtig plays it forward to Leslie Russo. It wasn't a great ball, actually. But Lena Hurtig's battling away to try and win it back. And now Brighton can come forward. Frank Kirby. Oh, that's a nice little ball, actually finds Nikita Paris. Frank Kirby's gone off on a run on this near side. They've got a player over the far side. Poppy Patterson couldn't get past Katie McCabe, though. And that attack has been broken down. Anyway, Rosa Kafaji now bringing it forward, finds Leslie Russo. Just lays it off to Kyra Cooney-Cross, bringing the ball forward. It's a nice ball as well to Lena Hurtig on this near side. Arsenal looking dangerous for a fifth goal here. Lena Hurtig cuts in. She's going to try another shot. Oh, it got deflected. It's gone behind for another corner. Suddenly, Lena's looking a little bit more confident now. She did well there. And that's deflected behind for a corner to Arsenal. Greg says, Manu, what a defender he is. She did well there just before. Anyway, it's a corner to Arsenal. We look to get this fifth goal inside the last 10 minutes at the Emirates. It's been a very, very good night for Arsenal. It's been a good performance. And Kyra Cooney-Cross is going to go across to take this corner as well. Under the lights at the Emirates. WSL. Arsenal looking to claw their way back into the title race, which we haven't quite managed to ever be a part of so far this season. But like I said, just take it one game at a time, just keep winning, see where it can take us. Anyway, Kyra Cooney-Cross is going to take this corner on this near side for Arsenal towards the near post. It's not a bad ball. Brighton head gets there, don't really get it away. It's shuffled behind in the end. And it is going to be another corner to Arsenal. This one's going to be over on the far side. And it's going to be a corner again. Katie McCabe's going to run across to take this one with that left foot, getting some big applause off the fans in that corner. The northwest corner of the Emirates. The corner's taken short to Kyra Cooney-Cross. She puts a low cross in. Oh, it was cleared away. Stina would have been in behind for a nice tap in. And Brighton do manage to clear the ball away now. But they've got no one forward. And Steph Catley can just roll this ball back to Manu Zinsberger. She just touches it out to that far side to Leah Volti. And Arsenal still got time for another goal. Be nice to get another one, wouldn't it? Manu Zinsberger there does well. Plays it long up that far side. It's flicked on by Rosa Kafaji. It's going to fall to Leslie Russo over on that far side. Oh, that's a good tackle actually there by Carrie Poldy. Did really well. That was nice defending actually. And now Brighton can try and look to come forward themselves up that far side. But Leah Williamson's there. And she should tidy this up. And goes back to Manu Zinsberger. We're into the last 5.5 minutes of normal time. There's going to be a little bit more stoppage time in the second half, isn't it? There's been one or two more stoppages, of course, as we know. The goalkeeper, and particularly for Brighton, went down with that injury. So we might get 5 minutes on top. So we've still got 10 minutes or so, haven't we, to try and get another goal or two. And hopefully, anyway, Brighton are going to make 3 substitutions of their own in a minute. Next time the ball goes out, Leia Cadena now just plays it back to Manu Zinsberger. And Arsenal looking in complete control. It's been a very, very dominant Arsenal performance for the most part. And it's been a very, very, or it's going to be a very, very important victory as well. 4 goals on the board as well. And time to get some more. Kyra Cooney-Cross bringing it forward, plays a long ball up this near side to Steph Catley. Lena Hurty's gone ahead of her. Lena Hurty's going to get this ball. She got the goal, the fourth goal, of course. 4 different goal scorers so far for Arsenal. And that was good defending, though, by Rachel McLaughlin. Matty says, I need Manu in for Juventus as well as Spurs. No. We need Daphne back. Anyway, it's going to be some substitutions for Brighton. 3 of them, in fact. Vicky Lasada's going off as the first one. Former Arsenal player, of course, not been her night. Fran Kirby's coming off as well. I don't think she can last 90 minutes, Fran Kirby, can she? So Fran Kirby's going off. Villamana's coming on. Vicky Lasada's going off as well. And Saker's going off as well for Brighton. And it is Masaka's going on for them. They made 3 subs defending a corner. That's unusual, isn't it? And Masaka's for a young player. When the corner comes into the near post, Steena's trying to get it in. It's shuffled away by the Brighton defence. Arsenal almost caught them out there. Shot comes in from Kyra from distance, but it's gone behind into the North Bank. And that short corner there almost caught them by surprise. And it's Renee Slegers has come on as well for Vicky Lasada for Brighton. There we go. And it's going to be a goal kick now. 3 minutes to play. And it's been a very, very good Arsenal performance tonight. Much needed as well. And hopefully now we can really get some good momentum going, can't we? And it's going to be a goal kick taken there by Sophie Bagali. Arsenal win the first header, but Brighton can pick the ball up. Going to try and come forward with Nikita Paris, but it's a free kick to Arsenal, which Leah Cadena is going to try and take it quickly. She does. She goes back to Leah Williamson. Now it's going to go to Katie McCabe over on that far side. Oh, I see, Matt. You were joking. Okay, I'll let you off. Anyway, Kyra Cooney-Cross comes across that far side, and it's a throw to Arsenal. Rosa Kafaji is going to take it quickly. Finds that Stina Blackstenius over on that far side. She's done well. Plays it back into Rosa Kafaji again, but Brighton managed to pinch the ball. They can try and come forward, but Kyra Cooney-Cross gets her foot in there. And, in fact, a little bit too aggressively there. It's going to be a free kick to Brighton in the last 2 minutes of normal time. El Loco says, yay, Lena scores finally. She's a Gabrielle Jesus of the women's team. Can't understand why they're still keeping her. Well, yeah, sometimes I've wondered that myself. I do feel as though she has got quality. She's been injured a lot as well, which probably hasn't helped. We haven't seen the best of her, but she's definitely got quality. So hopefully we might start to see it now. She's fit again. Anyway, Rosa Kafaji's definitely got quality. Threads that ball forever on that far side too. Stina Blackstenius does well. Turns away from the defender. Really good play from her. What's the cross like? Pushed out by the goalkeeper. Oh, we're going to get a 5th goal. Oh, almost it was there for Leslie Russo. Just couldn't put it in. It's gone over the top. Great play there from Stina Blackstenius over on the far side. Almost playing like a winger there. Really strong play. The goalkeeper pushed out the ball. Just went behind Lena. And then Leslie Russo poked it towards goal, but it went over the top. Arsenal close to a 5th goal in the final minute of the 90. I'm expecting 5 minutes of stoppage time, maybe 6. There was that long hold-up when the goalkeeper got that injury. Plus, there's been 1 or 2 other stoppages in this second half. So we might see a bit more stoppage time in the second half than certainly at the end of the first half. It's going to be a throw, though, to Brighton on this near side. Terry says, it was close. It was close to a 5th goal. There is still some time to get it. And obviously putting a seal on what's been a very, very good night for Arsenal. Again, Brighton have given the ball away. Kyra Cooney-Cross picks it up over on that far side. Brighton haven't played particularly well tonight, but I think we have to give ourselves credit for that, the way we've closed them down. El Loco says they should sub Russo now after 4-0 up. She needs a rest, bigger fish to fry ahead. Well, yeah, I suppose so. But anyway, she's on and she's done well. Kyra Cooney-Cross over on that far side. Puts a cross into the near post. It's bundled towards goal there by Stina. She couldn't quite direct it towards the goal. Difficult chance. There's going to be 6 minutes of stoppage time. I'm never normally far off, am I, when we stoppage time guesses? Actually, anyway. Rajendra says 6 minutes indeed. Matty says, good night, everyone. See you lot on Sunday. Oh, you going already, are you, my friend? Okay, mate, no problem. We'll see you Sunday. Take it easy. Enjoy the rest of your Friday night and the rest of your weekend until Sunday, actually. Terry and Joanne both say good night there too, Matty. Good to see you again, my friend. Thanks for watching. Anyway, the goal kick there from Sophie Bagali's gone straight out for a throw to Arsenal on this near side. We're into that first minute of the 6th of stoppage time. So there is still time for one more goal just to put the seal on this. Come on, girls. Let's get another one. Hopefully it'll be Stina because she needs a goal. I'd love to see Stina get one. We've seen Lena get one. Lena and Stina, the two Swedes. The last time they both scored in the same game was Leicester away last season in that 6-2 victory. Incredible second half performance. Both came off the bench and scored on that particular occasion. They both come off the bench tonight. Are they both going to score again? Lena's got one. Is Stina going to get one? There's still 5 minutes for that to happen. Wolf played. Oh, a lovely little back heel there from Rosa Kafaji. Almost found Kyra Cooney cross, but Brighton can now bring the ball away, and they're looking to get a consolation goal on the counter attack. As the ball played over to that far side, Masako it is inside the penalty area. Plays the ball square. There's going to be a chance here for a goal. Good defending there from Leia Cadena. Arsenal haven't cleared the ball away, but we can do now. And suddenly we've got a chance for a counter attack. Rosa Kafaji finds Leslie Russo. That's a good ball forward to Stina Blackstenius on this near side. She's got a good goal scoring record against Brighton. Keeps the ball in. Charging towards the penalty area. Stina looking to try and get a shot away. Plays it square to Rosa Kafaji. Those two actually link up quite well, don't they? And they linked up almost again. Is it going to be a corner to Arsenal? No, it isn't. Stina's ball there just overhit slightly. Loco says, did anyone see Cooney cross his goal against Germany last week? That was a worldie in capital letters. The kid is a star and will surely command for the next 50, well, I don't know about 50 years. But no, it was a great goal. It was indeed. Was that the one on her 50th cap, wasn't it? Matty says, having an early night with the missus, which I've already dropped a like on your stream for Sunday, mate. Cheers, my friend. Enjoy. I'm sure you will. Joanne says, Arsenal have played brilliantly tonight. Bearing in mind, Man City only managed to draw against Brighton the other week. Hopefully a corner has been turned. No, Man City won 1-0 against Brighton, didn't they? It was a tight game. They were maybe fortunate to win that 1-0. They did win 1-0. But yeah, this has been really impressive from Arsenal. There's no doubt. Katie McCabe over on that far side. Still time. There's still 2 minutes of stoppage time left for Arsenal to get one more goal. Oh, Katie McCabe's done really well here. Threads the ball through to Stina. The angle's too tight for a shot. Maybe she can get a cross in. Oh, lovely turn again. Can she pull the ball back? Oh, it just ran away from her there. Lovely turn. Oh, is it a penalty? It's a penalty. Arsenal have got a penalty. Stina has just won a penalty. Incredible stuff there. She did really well, actually, Stina, over on that far side. It's a lovely turn. And for the second time in 3 WSL games, Stina Blackstenius has won a penalty for Arsenal. Looked like she may well have been pulled back. It was a lovely turn from her. I don't know who's going to take it. It won't be Stina by the look of it. Lovely turn away there. And she was pulled back. Yeah, it's a clear penalty. A clear penalty. Wow. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Looks like it's going to be Leslie Russo to take it, to make it 5-0. And she has scored a penalty for Arsenal before, of course. Joe says, trying to think who Brighton drew 1-1 against. Not sure. Greg says, that's a gift. It is a gift, but it needs to be tucked away by Leslie Russo in the final couple of minutes of stoppage time. Chance to make it 5, as it was last season against this opposition. And Leslie Russo from the spot. Oh, it fires it in. It is 5. And there was never much doubt about that, was there? And Stina's quality again shines through. And Terry's gone Russo. And it is Arsenal 5, Brighton 0. Wow, we wasn't expecting that, was we? Well, some of us were. I personally wasn't. But Russo was never going to miss that penalty. Slotted it under the goalkeeper into the bottom corner. And fantastic, fantastic stuff. Leslie Russo scored for the second WSL game in a row. And Arsenal have found their form tonight. There's no doubt about it. It's been impressive stuff. Impressive stuff indeed. And Brighton, let's remember, started the night in 3rd place. Greg says Russo is a better penalty taker than Kim. She is, yeah. El Loco says Russo, good night for Arsenal tonight. It surely doesn't do Renee's chance of getting the job any harm. Give it to her, please. No. Chaz says we're really cooking. We have been all night. We have been all night. And Arsenal won the ball back again. Leslie Russo now. That's a good ball played forward, looking for Stina Blackstenius on this near side. A big part in that penalty. Well, she won the penalty all on her own, really. This is a lovely bit of play. She got pulled back. Herman says, that makes me a happy camper. It does make us all very happy tonight. We're going to enjoy our Friday night. We're going to enjoy our weekend until Sunday afternoon, of course, when the men probably try and spoil everything, as they usually try and do. But anyway, let's enjoy this for now. Oh, suddenly Brighton have got a chance here. It's a substitute. Masaka's gone through. Is she going to... Oh, what a brilliant defensive play that was there from Leia Cadena. A brilliant tackle, and she celebrates that like she scored. We are 5-0 up, but a clean sheet is so important, and that's a brilliant piece of defending, you have to say, from Leia Cadena. She enjoyed that, and rightly so. Maybe a little bit of frustration that she's not starting games, and that came out in that tackle there and the reaction to it, but brilliant defending from her. And the Brighton player's now gone down with a shoulder injury, actually. Brilliant defending there. That is what you want to see. That sort of commitment from a team that's 5-0. That would be easy just to think, it doesn't matter, does it? You know, looking like they need a stretcher here as she dislocated her shoulder. The young substitute, Masaku, for Brighton, looked like she was going to get herself a goal. Instead, she's going to probably get a night in hospital with a broken shoulder, dislocated shoulder. It's going to be a corner to Brighton, but will there be time to take it? Because we played 7 minutes of stoppage time when there was only 6 that was supposed to have been given. But of course, there is this injury now. Arsenal just about to get a very, very impressive victory. El Loco says, what really does Rich have against Renee? The girls love her. She knows the team. They're winning. And she's even got a break. No, I've got nothing against Renee. I like Renee. I really do. I think, I think she's great. But the problem is, she's just an extension of Jonas. And if we're gonna move on from Jonas, then we have to make a clean break and get somebody completely new in. And that's what I think we need to do. And that's the issue I've got with Renee. I've got nothing against her. I think she's great. And I think she's done a really good job as an interim manager. But we could keep her full time. We could absolutely keep her full time. But then we're going to end up being the same team we were under Jonas. We're just going to do 1 or 2 things slightly differently. Whereas I think we need maybe a completely new ideas to come in. That's my feeling. If Renee gets a job, she gets a job. I'll support her because I like her and she's done well. But I would rather have a complete break and have someone completely fresh coming in from outside. Wasn't at the club and didn't work under Jonas. That's the only thing. Anyway, well, there's a stretcher now. This does look like quite a serious injury. Not a nice way to end this game for Brighton. And it is going to be Masaku there, the substitute, who looks like she's in a lot of pain. And she's surrounded by a medical team. And she's going to be leaving this game on a stretcher. She must have just landed awkwardly. It certainly wasn't a foul by Leia Cadena. It was just a really strong piece of defending. But she's come out of this bad, and there you go. LG says their Arsenal game equals 40,000 views. Well, not on this channel, it doesn't. I wish there was 40,000 views on this channel, but there isn't. But anyway, we used to get a lot more before they were on YouTube, funnily enough. Jomo says that Renee's intelligent, calm, and understands women's football. Don't you think she's worked towards a free-playing team? She's had little time in charge, but has a positive effect. Look, I agree with you, and I'm not necessarily saying it, but I just feel as though her ideas are going to be very similar to Jonas's ideas, which weren't working enough, which was why Jonas is no longer the manager. And I just feel as though maybe having a complete break from that and bringing someone else in with completely fresh ideas might be the best way now for Arsenal to move forward. I've got nothing against Renee at all, and I agree with everything you've said. She is intelligent and she does understand women's football, and she gets on well with the players, and that's all important. I would keep her at the club. I would keep her maybe as an assistant or a coach to the new manager. That's what I would do, because she's got that knowledge and that understanding. I just think maybe we need a clean break. And a fresh start in a way with a new manager. But if Renee gets the job, I won't be totally disappointed. I would just rather have somebody fresh coming in. That's all. LG says Man City game 6,500. Well, of course, no one cares about Man City, do they? And all those, and 5,000 of them are Tottenham fans. Greg says, as long as we're winning and the team plays like this, it doesn't matter who's managing. No, it doesn't. But I think long term it does. Jomo says, but she has got us to 0 losses. Well, no, that's true. But then we only lost one game this season under Jonas, didn't we? It's not like we were losing and losing and losing. But like I said, I think she's done well in the interim period. Does that mean she's going to be good enough? I'm not sure. El Loco says, does anyone think Cadena is a tad better defender than Leah? She's tough and is Spanish. Leah makes silly mistakes since she came back from Asia. I think Leah's getting better. I think she's had some difficult moments. I think she's got better. And I think that she needs to play more, and I think she'll keep improving and get back to her best. They're totally different types of defender, aren't they? Leah Cadena is a much more physical player. Leah just reads the game so well and intercepts things rather than have to fly into challenges very often. That's been Leah Williamson's strength, and obviously on the ball, she's fantastic. She's a much better footballer than Leah Cadena. Leah Cadena is a more physical defender, and I think the two together, the comparison, the fact that they link well together, they've got different strengths to each other. I think is a good combination. Is Leah Cadena a better defender? I'm not sure she's a better defender. She's a different type of defender. Leah Williamson's a much better all-round footballer, and I think that's the difference. Maybe LG says Leah is not a defender; she's a midfielder. Cadena's a defender. Well, no, I don't think Leah's a midfield player. Leah's a footballing defender. She's a very modern centre half. She's not one to go charging into tackles. She's not the old-fashioned centre half, whereas Leah Cadena's a lot more like that, isn't she? I say Leah reads the game so well. She puts herself in great positions to nick the ball. The fact in the whole of the Euros that we won in 2022, she didn't make one tackle in the whole tournament, which she didn't need to because she reads the game so well. And obviously, she had Millie Bright, who's going to fly into tackles because of how slow she is. Greg says, problem is what's happening in the club. Who would want to come at the moment? Well, it's difficult times. You're right. Jomo says, I think Leah has played much better since that Lioness's goal. She just needed a break. But yeah, no, I agree. I think she's getting her form back. It's been a slow process, but she's getting there. She's getting back towards her best. And that's what we want to see because we know she's a fantastic player. She's a fantastic role model for women's football, and she's Arsenal through and through. Anyway, the good news is the Brighton player is now on the stretcher being covered in tin foil by the look of it. She's ready to be roasted, go into the oven. But no, she's looks like it's a shoulder injury. Looks like it's possibly a dislocated shoulder, and she is now going to be leaving the field on a stretcher. Let's hope for speedy recovery for her. Aisha Masaku, the Tanzanian defender, forward, going off for Brighton. She's got oxygen on as well, obviously for the pain. And let's wish her all the best. A very unfortunate injury there. It wasn't a foul. It must have just been the way she landed on it. And it looks like she's popped her shoulder out, which we know is a very, very painful injury. And she's going to be carried off now on a stretcher, so wish her all the best. Not a nice scenes. It's taken quite a long time to get that sorted by the medical team. They've done a good job though. And she's now being led off on a stretcher. And there's some applause from the fans and of course from some of the players on the pitch as well. Never nice to see a player getting stretched off. I don't think it's not a serious like leg type injury. It looks like a shoulder injury, but even so, she's in a lot of pain, and we wish her all the best, of course. Now, the second half, we've got 104 minutes. It says 104 minutes. It's saying on the clock. So we've had nearly 10 minutes after the 6 that we were meant to have, but I'll say that you can't help it when there's an injury like that. Terry says, get her off the pitch, she's milking it. El Loco says, what's happened to Lotto? She was our best defender last year. Well, she's been injured. She's on the bench tonight, but she's been injured. Greg says, as soon as a corner is taken, the whistle will blow. Absolutely, yeah, it just seemed pointless, all of this. They might as well just have blown the whistle before and ended the game. But anyway, like they would do on a Sunday morning, that's what happened, wouldn't it? The ref would just go, oh, that's it, we'll call it a day. I've played in games like that before when a player gets injured at the end and they call the game off with seconds to play. Anyway, yeah, this corner will come in and this probably will be the last kick of the game. You're probably absolutely right. The corner does come in. It's headed over by Laka. Then it's going to be another corner. So maybe they'll wait for the second corner to be taken. It's saying 105 minutes in this second half, but we know the reason for that. This is the very, very last few seconds. Arsenal have won the game, and it's just a matter of how much longer the referee is going to play. Probably this second corner will probably be it for Brighton. This one's played towards the near post, flicked on, comes all the way through. Brighton are going to have a shot at goal. It's deflected. Arsenal can clear it away. Still the referee plays on. Poppy Patterson's shot is blocked. And then the full-time whistle does go. And it has finished here at the Emirates in a really, really comfortable Arsenal victory. A really impressive Arsenal performance. It's finished Arsenal 5, Brighton 0. It all started very early on, didn't it? Just 15, 16 minutes on the clock when Beth Mead scored a brilliant goal from Frida Marnham's pass, cut inside and fired into the bottom corner off the post. It was 2-0 shortly afterwards. It was Emily Fox found Kim Little on the near side. She drilled the ball across the 6-yard box. Caitlin Ford was there to touch it home from inside the 6-yard box for 2-0. And it was 3-0 before half-time. Frida Marnham with a great curling effort from the edge of the box into the top corner. We hit the post as well with Caitlin Ford. The Brighton goalkeeper, Sophie Bagari, made a good save. A couple of good saves, actually. Could have been 5 or 6 at half-time. Second half, yeah, wasn't quite as free-flowing. But when you're 3-0 up, it doesn't have to be. We got a couple of late goals. It was good to see Lena Hurtig get one from a corner, header at the near post. The goalkeeper and the defender couldn't keep it out, and it went into the far corner to make it 4-0. And then right near the end, Stina Blackstenius worked hard down the right-hand side, was pulled back in the area, penalty to Arsenal, and Leslie Russo fired it home to make it 5-0. A great Arsenal performance, a great Arsenal victory, and what was needed. It's something to build on now as well, isn't it? Fantastic stuff. What a great start to the weekend. Absolutely brilliant. Herman says, well, if Arsenal does want Renee, she can get another job very easy. Well, yeah, if Arsenal don't want her, absolutely. Jomo says, the good news is I think we've all enjoyed the last 2 games. Exactly, yeah, we played a lot better. Things are moving forward, and that's what we wanted to see. Terry says, what a load of rubbish. Yeah, exactly. Greg says, great win. Just need to keep the faith. Not quite 6, but good enough. Indeed, it was great, wasn't it? Grant says there, what a game. And I might be a little biased here, but what fun to see Hurtig back in action. And regarding Hurtig, I've heard several times that it means fast, but I don't really agree with it. Okay, I don't know what it means in Swedish. Maybe it does mean fast. And she was certainly got a good goal today. Grant says there, for me, it means a person that is very sporty, not necessarily an athletic person, but a person that likes to work out in different meanings like running, weightlifting, hiking and stuff like that. Oh, okay, fair enough. And Grant says, I might of course be wrong, but for me it doesn't connotate fast as it does athletic. Well, there you go. Well, that's fine. DMD's with us. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. El Loco says, did Emily Fox start tonight? I joined late. I wonder if she is MAGA and voted for Trump. She's tough, but we love her. No, she did start the game. Yep, she helped to create the second goal, and obviously she went off with the whole heap of substitutions that happened in the second half. She definitely is a tough cookie, there's no doubt. Herman says Churchill would enjoy this. Well, I'm sure he would. We've all enjoyed it as well. And the girls enjoyed it and the crowd have enjoyed it. And that's the main thing, isn't it? And we've all enjoyed it. And yeah, brilliant stuff from Arsenal tonight. Greg says Terry's prediction should have taken more. No, we should have taken both of your predictions last night more seriously. I don't think this has come out of the blue a little bit because we've been struggling to score goals. And I suppose it was always going to happen sooner or later with the quality that we've got. We're always going to give someone a good hammering, and we have tonight, which is great to see. El Loco says, does Renee have any other clothes? She's been in those Arsenal digs since Jonas left. Or is that a lucky? Well, it might be now. I think because we haven't lost, she's probably going to stick with it, isn't she? And I do think, that's probably what happens. LG says, to think I predict 1-1, you did. And to be honest with you, I predicted 3-2. So I did predict 5 goals, and we did get 5 goals. So I'm taking some credit for my prediction, even though I didn't quite get the goals for the teams in the right way. I did say there'd be 5 goals in the game, so I'm quite happy with that. Terry says, hats off to the Brighton keeper tonight, but their goal did live a charmed life. No, it did. We could have scored a few more. There's no doubt about that. And yes, it was a very, very good Arsenal performance. And is it the start? Is it the start of the turnaround for Arsenal season? You know, it's not quite too late. It's almost too late for the league, but it's not quite. We just have to keep winning. Let's hope that's the start now. LG says we're fortunate that Brighton is not a low block team. Well, yeah, of course. We kind of said that last night on the show. We didn't think they'd play a low. I thought they'd play a little bit more of a lower block than they did, just because if you come to play football against Arsenal at the Emirates, you're probably going to end up losing 5-0. And that was a bit naive from their manager, but he'll learn from that, I'm sure. new to the WSL, of course. But yeah, Brighton played into our hands a little bit, you have to say. Other teams won't do that and haven't done that in the past. But, ultimately, we still had to take advantage of it. We did play very, very well. We did put them under pressure. We closed them down high up the pitch. We forced mistakes. And, of course, we got some great goals as well, didn't we? Some really good goals there, especially in that first half. Some great, great goals indeed. As Aggie says there, Lena Hurtig, indeed, Lena Hurtig got a goal. Great to see. And, yes, she hasn't quite managed to fulfill her potential at Arsenal, but it's good that she got going. Gret says, I predicted 5-0, at least one of a penalty. Didn't say it to anyone. Didn't write it down anywhere, but I sure did. No, we believe you. We absolutely believe you. Of course, why wouldn't you have predicted 5-0 with a penalty? I mean, of course, absolutely. We definitely 100% believe you. No problem at all. Well, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Normally on a Friday, we have our Arsenal women's show. We had to do it last night this week because of this game, and I was a little bit worried that it wasn't going to go as well as it did, and we were going to maybe go into the weekend on a bit of a frustration. But actually, we're going onto the weekend on a massive high, aren't we? Which is what we needed to do. Terry says, I can't believe, Richard, you thought Brighton was going to score twice. I did. Well, to be fair, they had 2 shots in the second half, didn't they? So, I wasn't too far away. None of them went in, obviously. LG said we should always start Russo against deep block team. Yeah, absolutely. Grat says there, Aggie short for August. Oh, is that a Swedish name? I would assume that obviously Aggie must be Swedish as well, judging by the Lena Hurtig comment. Oh, we've got some Swedes with us, which is good, isn't it? And of course, we love Stina Blackstenius here as well. So we love the Swedes, as we said the other night. Herman says, is everybody meet at the pub? Oh, I'm sure they do. Is it short for Agneta? Oh, is that Agneta? Wasn't that the name of one of the girls in ABBA? I seem to remember. Or not. Anyway, one of the A's, of course, from ABBA, wasn't it? Which was, I'm sure her name was Agneta, wasn't it? Or not? Anyway, I'm sure someone will tell me. One of the many Swedes that do watch this show, and it was, of course, one of the Swedes. It was. There you go. You see, I thought it was ABBA. Of course, Benny and Bjorn were the 2 guys, weren't they? Who was the other girl? Was her name Anna? Was it Anna? I can't remember. Anyway. Gret says here, I have a co-worker named Aggie as his last name. Oh, okay. Soda says the girls played really well tonight. They did. They played like a team, and if they keep playing like this, we'll definitely finish in the top 3 at the end of the season. So, Bill, absolutely, let's hope so. Terry says, Aggie in English means your old woman ain't happy. Well, yeah, gives you Aggie. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Gret says Agneta and Annafrid. Oh, yeah, Annafrid. Yeah, there you go. You see, I liked her. Annafrid. Yeah, well, I used to call her Anna, but that's just me. LG says the other one was Annafrid, aka Frida. Was her name Frida, was it? That's good, isn't it? Frida. Grant says, I think it was ABBA, indeed. Yeah, that's right. Greg says, great start to the weekend. Could it last a Sunday night? Well, can it indeed? It's going to last until Sunday afternoon at least, isn't it? That's the one good thing. Herman says Agneta was one of the ABBA singers. Indeed, yes, she was. We've just discovered that. Well, I kind of knew it anyway, but we've just discovered that here, which has been good. And of course, ABBA were great, wasn't they, in the 1970s when I was growing up, which was good fun. Some great songs, of course. So yes, well, there you go. That was the Matchday Live. Arsenal 5, Brighton 0. Look at that score there. Wow, it's not too often we've enjoyed scores like that, have we? This season at all. Terry says, I like your optimism indeed. Aggie says, Arsenal, my team. Of course, it's all of our team, isn't it? Let's be honest. We just love Arsenal, don't we? And we're looking forward now to some better times ahead. Andreas on the show last night said, didn't he? We're looking for some better times ahead. And maybe we're going to get some better times ahead now, aren't we? This could be the start of a good run. I said at the start of the game, we could easily go on and run 5, 6, 7 wins in a row with the players that we've got, and maybe this is the start of that type of run now. We were unlucky not to beat Man U. We beat West Ham the game before. We're on the up, and let's hope we can continue because we've got some ground to make up. Aggie says Renee so good. Well, she's done well so far. Absolutely. Gret says Aggie is the new ABBA, Agneta, Gotta, Goran, and Marie. Okay, fair enough. LG says Man City 4, Spurs no. Was it any surprise? Terry says, has everybody hit the like and subscribe button? Yeah, come on, we're into the last. We're less than 100 away from 3,000 subscribers, guys. Please, if you haven't done so, please subscribe. We want to get close to that number. We do want to get close to that number. Greg says, everyone around here must have been watching the game. They're letting fireworks off. But no, there is a few fireworks going off here as well, actually, which is always nice. It's nice that everybody gets behind the team. Aggie says, began to follow Arsenal in 1968. Wow, really? I was born in 1968, by the way, so I'm assuming you're a little bit older than me. Yeah, good stuff. Good to have you with us. Anyway, it's really good to have you with us, everybody, and thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it, because I certainly did. And it's nice to have a game where we can relax and not be all stressed and stuff like that. Aggie says, Charlie George. Oh, Charlie George. Wow, fantastic. 1971 Cup final. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Grat says, yeah, see you next time. Take care. Sleep tight. Sov got a God not. I'm assuming that means saying good night, doesn't it? But yeah, we'll see you next time, my friend. Thank you for joining us again. We'll be here Sunday for the Chelsea-Arsenal game. LG says, Man City, Chelsea, and man, you haven't played any head-to-head games so far, if you can believe it. Yeah, I know, exactly. And we've played Man City, Chelsea, and Man United. So that's what I'm saying. They're all going to drop points, aren't they? They all play each other. They drop points. We keep winning. Who knows? I still think we're in it. I still think we're still in it. I do. Grat says there, Charlie George Calypso, indeed. Terry says, Richard, thanks for the great entertainment tonight. And the girls wasn't too bad even. No, the girls are the stars, obviously, of course. Well, and you lot, I definitely mean that. Sola says, I subscribed yesterday. I really like your channel. Thank you very much. And thank you for subscribing. And I say, we're getting close to all 3,000 now, aren't we? We've got to do it by Christmas. So tell all your friends, get all your friends to come along and subscribe and like and watch and everything that's going on. Ag says, good night indeed. Good night. Hopefully we'll see you very soon again on the next one. The next one for me is Sunday, of course, Chelsea versus Arsenal. I'll be at 4:15 for that one. Greg says, can I subscribe my dog? Absolutely. Your dog can subscribe, your cat can subscribe, even your goldfish. Get all your goldfish to subscribe, and then we might get to 3,000 tonight if everybody gets all their pets to subscribe as well. Why not? We don't mind. I'm sure your dog would enjoy the channel. I'm sure he does. Absolutely. Terry says, Greg and all in the chat, good night and enjoy the rest of your weekend and see you all on Sunday. We will. Yeah, so I'm back Sunday. I say 4:15 for the Chelsea game for the men. Let's hope they can continue this great happy vibe that we started the weekend with. That would be good, wouldn't it? So join me for that. Of course, next week's a big week. Champions League for the women, of course, on Wednesday. And that is going to be another game we'll show here, of course, next weekend. It's a North London derby. The women are playing a North London derby. Of course, it is international break for the men, but we are going to be here for the women, North London derby next week. Friday, of course, the Arsenal women's show as well, which is always a great show. So back on our normal date next week, we'll be here on Friday, which will be good, won't it? LG says, watching this channel is better than listening to Tim Stillman. To be fair, I mean, Tim Stillman's, he's got a lot of knowledge of the club and the team. I do find him too analytical for my liking. He's a nice guy, though, but thanks for the comment. Herman says, I loved ABBA. I think we all loved ABBA, Herman, didn't we? How can you not love ABBA? Let's be honest. How can you not love ABBA? Their songs were just so catchy. And, it was part of my growing up years. So I couldn't help but like them. Terry says, good luck with your run tomorrow or Sunday. Well, yeah, Sunday morning's me run. I'm playing football tomorrow. Paula's doing a park run, of course, as she always does on a Saturday. And I'm doing a race on Sunday. Might well be my last race of the year. I haven't decided yet. I might end up entering another one because I just seem to find them. They send me, what they do is, they're a bit tricky, aren't they? Because what they do is they send me notifications to say, there's this new run coming up here, another run coming up. And I just enter them. And I need to stop it. But next year, I'm going to do a few different ones, and hopefully it'll be good. Greg says, thanks for a great night. See you all Sunday. All in the chat. Love this show. Thank you very much, my friend. You've been a great supporter of the channel and everything, which is great. You and Terry in particular. Herman as well. So many people that, have been here for a long, long time. And, we love to get new people involved. It's great seeing new names in the chat like Aggie tonight and people like that. Great to have you all with us, and we're trying to grow. We're trying to keep you entertained as well. And you guys have always everyone that comes into the show, everyone that puts the comments on, you've always got some great comments to make. And sometimes we have some people that want to be negative about women's football or Arsenal, whatever it is, and that's fine. You know, we have a chat, don't we? And we get it sorted. Gret says, "Yeah, haven't you heard their new songs? They made new songs, have they? I haven't heard any new songs actually. We're gonna actually, we might be going to go and see that ABBA, you know, the ABBA show that they're doing in London. We'll be going and seeing that next year, I think. Terry says Arsenal men need their ABBA song SOS. They do. That's a good song actually. That's one of my favourite ABBA songs actually. I've got it in my head now. But no, they made some great songs ABBA, didn't they? To be honest. Anyway, I'm sure we'll get for a few ABBA songs on Sunday. During the game. Let's hope that they're the good ones. El Loco says, let's hope this gives the men's team a shot in the arm for Sunday. They are in deep shit currently, and Arteta has surely run out of ideas. I think so, yeah. I think he's been found out. He doesn't know what to do, and a few injuries haven't helped, but he needs to be able to deal with that better, doesn't he? Anyway, we'll see what happens Sunday. In the meantime, it's Friday night. We've had a great Friday night. Arsenal women have won 5-0. We couldn't be happier. We're going into our weekend on a massive high, and hopefully we can take it all the way through to Sunday night and have a great weekend. Whatever you guys are doing, enjoy your Friday night. Enjoy Saturday. I will see you on Sunday for the big game from the Premier League. And of course, next week, the women take over again. Grat says, thanks for the stream. And a lovely, heartwarming company as always. Indeed, and yourself, my friend. El Loco says, Rich put it perfectly. Arteta has been found. I think he has. That's my opinion. And he doesn't know how to respond. But we'll see Sunday. He might bounce back. I mean, Chelsea only won 8-0 last night, didn't they? So, I mean, you know, they're coming into the game in really bad form. So it's fine. LG says, just waiting for the men's team to win. Yeah, well, that's what we're kind of waiting for, mate. We are expecting that to happen, aren't we? But who knows? Maybe we'll turn up for once and put in a great performance, beat Chelsea. We've won away at Chelsea quite recently, haven't we? A few times in the last few years. So maybe it'll be our week again. But I'm not going to worry about that for now. I want to enjoy the rest of me Friday. I want to enjoy Saturday, and we run on Sunday morning. And I'll worry about the men's game at 4:15. I'll then start to worry. Well, actually, I'll worry about when I see the team lineup probably. But then we'll start to worry about that one. We're not going to let it ruin our weekend already. Greg says, looking forward to the Laws vlog. Indeed, yes, that'll be coming up. I mean, he sent me some videos already. I'll try and put them together for you tomorrow afternoon. Get it out for you tomorrow. I should get time to do that. Hopefully, we'll see. But yeah, please look out for that tomorrow. A says, "No Waterloo, indeed." So we'll throw a load of other songs in, won't we, over the next few days? Definitely, we will. I'm sure we can. So yeah, brilliant stuff. Thank you very much, guys, for watching. I've really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed your company. I really enjoyed the game. Which was fantastic. 5-0, 5 different goal scorers, some great goals as well. Frida Marnham's goal, the highlight for me. Brilliant stuff. Some great Arsenal performances again, and a great victory. So let's enjoy it, but let's build on it. Let's keep this momentum going. We've got a big week, Juventus and Spurs. We need another 2 wins and keep going. It's going to be good, isn't it? But I will see you Sunday, 4:15, Chelsea versus Arsenal. That is going to be something quite special, I am sure. So you don't want to miss that there. So join me for that. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Thanks for all your comments. Please like, share, and subscribe. Let's get to 3,000 as quick as we can. 3,000 before Christmas. That is the aim. Santa is going to bring me that. Let's hope so. LG says it was a pity. Penalty. Do you mean a pretty penalty for Russo? It was a good penalty, wasn't it? She buried it nicely, made it 5-0. So yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. So let's get to 3,000, shall we, as quick as we can. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Terry says, "Come on, you Gala girls, indeed." I'll see you Sunday, guys. Thanks for watching. It's been a pleasure. Arsenal won 5-0. Wow, what a start to the weekend. We can really enjoy it now, can't we? So I'm sure we will. I'll be going to bed with a smile on my face, and I'll wake up tomorrow with a smile on my face as well, and enjoy life while we can. So take it easy, guys. We'll see you soon. Come on, you Gunners. Thanks for watching. I'll see you Sunday.